Take that, Steven Crowder. Hello, and welcome to Coffee on Korriban Live. We got a really good panel tonight, some really cool guys, and I think we're going to have a fantastic discussion. But before we get into the discussion, if you're watching this non-live, if you're watching this, maybe the next day or next 2 days or whatever, and you want to catch up on the discussion, if you could do me a favor and go ahead and comment right now down below. If you are a content creator, what got you into creating content, whether on YouTube or Twitch or even Instagram? What got you started making content for other people to view? And if you're not a content creator, what's holding you back? But go ahead and comment that down below. But we are going to have an absolutely fantastic discussion tonight. We got some really cool guys here, and I'm going to bring them in just a minute. And for everyone that is in the chat so far, which would be Leia Rose, here's a sip for you. Thank you very much. And you guys in the chat are very welcome to chime in on this discussion as well. I want to involve you guys as much as I can, but we're going to add some awesome people to the stream right now. We got Cash Money, Nerdporeal Lifeform, Coach from Echo Base Network, and Master Paul of the Star Wars guys. So how are you guys doing tonight?
Doing
Great.
well.
Pretty good.
Awesome. So basically the theme of tonight is just us content creators having a discussion about what we do, what other people perceive of us, and when we tell them that we are YouTubers or Twitch streamers, whatever it may be. But we're just going to be talking all things content creators because that's what we do, right? That's our hobby. So a couple more things I want to shout out real quick. We've got John42. Here's a sip for you. I got to get all my sips in. Here's a sip for you. Star Wars Theology. If you're not subscribed, go check out his channel. Lord Crit, my 500th subscriber. Nathan Stensrud. All you needed was the Mug Club mug. I know. I really, really want one of those Mug Club mugs. They're so cool. We've got Tony in the chat. Here is a sip for you. Hope you're having an awesome evening. We got Matt Rissman in the chat. I don't know if I've seen you on my channel before. I probably have, but anyway, welcome to the channel. We've got who else do we got? Well, we got the Star Wars guys. You're right there. Here's a sip for you guys anyway. And here's a big sip for the rest of the panel. Thank you guys so much for coming on. We're going to get into some great discussion. But I'm glad everyone is here that is in the chat. I appreciate your support. And we're going to have some awesome discussions. Like I said, tonight is about us content creators, how we got into it, and all that kind of stuff. We got a few different topics we'll jump on. First being, what got you into creating content? Cash, we'll start with you.
Actually, it started a few years ago with a friend of mine. He was like, "You should start a channel." I'm like, "Nah, nobody wants to listen to me. Who cares what I have to say?" And he's like,
Right.
"No, just start a channel." So I started a channel a few years on Twitch, and it was pretty much a gaming channel. And from then on, I just started learning from other people on Twitch, how you interact with the community, and just learning more and more things. I did some charity events, and it was a lot of crazy stuff. So
Awesome.
I
feel like
just went from there. Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people have that same idea. Like, oh, I want to do stuff, but I don't know if anyone's going to listen to me. And I've got a video that I'm actually going to play of mine that I uploaded 2 days ago. I'm basically talking about, it's not about the subscribers. Whether you have a lot of subscribers like Echo Base Network, which is, in my view, a really successful channel, or someone like Star Wars Theology who's just starting out. It doesn't really matter. If you're enjoying it, that's all that matters. But yeah, anything you'd like to add to your story, I guess? Cash?
Yeah, sure. I know Matt's always funny, but
here's a sip for you, by the way.
Thanks. Yeah, it takes just somebody either pushing you and just trying new things. It's basically, people think that creating content is just, oh, why would somebody want to watch you play a game or something? But there's more to it. You can create a story. You can do funny voices. You can do so many different, you have so much at your disposal that you can go crazy. You can narrate certain things when you're reading even a game. You could play like Grand Theft Auto 5 or something else, and you can have funny stories. You can do all kinds of stuff. Just the sky's the limit, really, of what you can do. So
Varliness, I think is how. I still don't know. Here's this for you.
It's a viriliness.
Viriliness, is it actually?
Yes, it is.
Okay,
viriliness.
now I know. Now I know.
Still playing Xenogears by any chance? Viriliness.
Let's see. Anyone want a wrench in the chat? I'm feeling nice. Let me give out some wrenches real quick. Nerdporeal, why don't you go ahead and give how you got into creating content?
Well, let's just say I started. It pretty much started like it was one of my New Year's resolutions this year was to start a channel. I've been watching once I got my Roku in like late 2017, I started watching more YouTube. I was on unemployment, so I wasn't doing much in between jobs. So I started watching a lot of YouTube, and Last Jedi came out, and I remember reading the reviews and reading and basically listening to channels, stating everything wrong with it. And then I found channels like, Doomcock and Nerdrotic and stuff, especially after the whole Game of Thrones season 8 debacle that happened. And so I started following these channels, and I started, and then they themselves, these guys, basically started telling the audience to start their own channels and stuff. And me being someone who has who has been really good at holding on to a lot of useless information, mainly about all the properties that I like and stuff, whether it's Star Wars or if it's Nintendo stuff or for me strongly Star Trek, James Bond, you name it.
Mm-hmm.
I followed it. I've tried talking to other people about it, and I've failed because I'm not a very good talker. So
I disagree with that, Brian. I think you're a great talker, as someone that's been doing quite a few streams with you by now.
Well, I'll just say, I can't remember who said it. I think it might have been Matt Walsh, if any of you guys are familiar with him, said something about no one is a natural public speaker. Speaking is not a natural thing for us in front of other people. I think he said something about like as a species, it's always been like to small groups of people. I don't know how much validity there is to that, but speaking is not a natural thing for most people, but it is definitely something you can get better at. And speaking to your love for different fandoms and nerdy things, your logo is a collection of a bunch of symbols, right?
Yes, correct.
Yeah, that's such a cool logo because it's like the Nerdporeal Lifeform, a play on obviously corporeal, but it's basically you are made up of all the different nerdy things that you're enjoying. That's a really cool idea.
Yeah, it was weird. It just kind of came to me. I was thinking, I go for like these nice long walks, I listen to music. I was trying to think of like, what would I call my YouTube channel if I started a YouTube channel and stuff. Then I thought of, I was watching the Star Trek episode Errand of Mercy. That's the first episode that's the first episode with the Klingons from the original series from season 1. And Spock says, these aliens, these people on this planet are totally incorporeal. And then I thought, what does corporeal directly mean? Because I've read it in the Star Trek encyclopedia because I had a copy of that when I was a kid. Mm-hmm. And corporeal basically means just to be an embodiment of something. Yep. So I thought, well, I thought I wanted to, take a famous science fiction character like Gort from The Day the Earth Stood Still, the original film, and I wanted to fill him up with all the various symbols. But then I found this little. I just Google searched I Google searched this and I found this and I kind of clipped it and I used Paint to like basically create it. So they had in a snippet. I used the snippet tool to put these little symbols on either snippet or a lot of them are just their fonts. They're basically nerd fonts, with all the ships and stuff. So I just put a whole bunch of them on. I added a few more, and I'm thinking I want to take it to the next level. So I want to try and create a 3D version of this with, more symbols on the back, because I'm sure there's a lot of stuff that I like that I haven't covered yet. So, but yeah, I mean, I wanted my initial intention was I wanted to bring Star Trek. I wanted to bring Star Trek to the masses. So my first few videos was about the original series and the original films, because most people I know that, have seen Star Trek, they think of the J.J. Abrams stuff. And I mean,
I certainly do.
I initially liked the first J.J. Abrams film, but as I watched them more and more, they weren't nearly as good and compelling as the original 6.
Exactly like the Star Wars sequels, which I think there might be some connection between the two of those. I don't know. But...
someone named Jar Jar, I think.
Yeah, Jar Jar,
Abraham
or something. But...
something like that.
I wonder if he said, it'd be funny if he actually said that, you're going into Rise of Skywalker on, starting production, like Misa back,
Yeah.
But so I mean, there's just so many things I want to talk about. I remember in college, I did a paper on a movie. We were talking about violence in film and stuff. And I did a paper on Dirty Harry. And I really enjoyed working on that paper and, presenting it to the class and stuff. And I kind of wanted to bring that back. And so I wanted to write, scripted, I wanted to write a scripted video. And my friend Steven taught me how to edit using Adobe Premiere Pro.
Great program.
And,
I wish I had it.
Yeah, and basically just just basically tell the movie with my own words, trying to make it as dramatic as possible. And I just wanted to do that with all the various stuff that I enjoy. So right now it's horror season, so I'm doing serial horror sessions. That's my new series. I've only done one episode because it takes a while to make a video.
Yes, it does.
So
editing is no joke. A lot of people don't really realize how much goes into it. And the more you put into it, the longer it's going to take, obviously, but the better the quality it will turn out. So it shows to some people, that especially those that actually make content, we notice, and it makes a big difference for us.
So yeah, I mean, I basically make videos kind of like equivalent to the Critical Drinker, where I don't really show my face. I basically tell it, but I'm nowhere near as. I mean, I have ways to work up to get to the level of the Critical Drinker, but but yeah, I do videos like that. I've made trailers. I've made my own version of the original Alien trailer. Sweet. with the exact same sounds, but just different clips and stuff. And and then I learned how to do live streams. So, and I've learned to, I did my very first live stream alone, just talking about No Time to Die in the James Bond series by myself last night. And I think I'm getting better because, I mean, growing up and even as recent as last year, I've just run out of things to say. And that just gets awkward with, when I'm around friends and stuff. So this is just, I think I'm definitely getting better at this. And I mean, thanks to, Paul, with the opportunity to do Tuesday Night Trek, it's really helped me develop my gift of gab further. So, and
likewise, Matt, you've helped me develop my gift of gab.
So, I mean, I'm just, I'm grateful to be here. And then that's pretty much, it's pretty much the reason. I just love entertainment. I'm kind of upset with how things are going with entertainment. But I think No Time to Die, and this is my opinion, I thought No Time to Die was a step in the right direction, despite the bad marketing that happened with that film. So.
Right. And I haven't heard, honestly, anything about it, so I don't know. But I'm just going to say right now, for anyone watching in the chat, if you see any of the channels and you're not subscribed to them, go ahead and subscribe to those channels, because I've said a bunch of times before, subscribing costs nothing. It's a little button you push, but to someone it means a whole lot. So go ahead and subscribe to those people you see down in the chat. And Coach, we'll jump to you because I actually don't know what got you into creating content. So I'd love to hear your story.
Well, thanks for having me, and hello, all of our friends in the chat, and awesome being here with everybody. So I started my first YouTube channel when I was actually really big into vintage Star Wars toys. I basically was running a business out of my home office. Where I was buying collections and collecting and selling and was super busy with all that stuff. And I would spend a lot of time taking pictures and putting those things on eBay. And like in the Star Wars toy community, I was one of the more well-known eBay, what do you call it? eBay sellers in the world of vintage Star Wars, and I wanted a way to improve that. And one day I thought, you know what, I can do a video and talk about every item that is going up for auction this week, and that's what I started doing. I sat in my office, very low quality, by the way. I didn't know what I was doing. I literally turned the webcam on, hit record. There was no editing whatsoever, but it was me in front of the camera talking about going through each Star Wars piece, explaining all the details, any damage. Like I wanted people to know exactly what they were bidding on.
Right.
And I would post the links to those videos on my sales pages. Well, Nick, one of my oldest friends, he and I, our lives definitely went different directions. After college, I met my wife and we got married and had 2 daughters, and I had a career. I was a high school basketball coach for 15 years. But Nick was always there. I could talk to, not every day, but maybe once a week or so, and we could talk about the latest happenings in Star Wars. And Nick was always saying, we need to start our own YouTube channel. He watched a lot of YouTube, and I didn't.
Right.
I had never subscribed to anybody before. I didn't know anybody. I didn't really grasp what YouTube was all about. I would watch like a Larry Bird video or something, I wasn't watching different Star Wars channels, news, and things like that. That didn't interest me. I thought it was kind of weird, honestly. And so Nick stayed on me about, let's do this together. We talk Star Wars like every week. We could just start making videos and bring other people into that. And I was just like, one day I started. The hardest thing about it for me was to actually get started and not having any type of expertise.
Right.
I don't know how to make it look and sound like these other people. And I started looking at other channels, and I didn't know what it was about their channel or their video that made it so much better than mine. Like, man, that video looks better than mine.
I can completely relate to that.
Yeah, they've got all these images. How are they doing that? There's so many questions and so many things that I had to learn, but I really enjoy that. And I always kind of see that as a challenge. So Nick and I started, we were going to start a channel, but we didn't know what to call it. And we knew we were going to be a Star Wars channel. And, we had all these thoughts and ideas. And anyways, we decided, I actually came up with the name. We were throwing stuff around, throwing different channel names around. And we knew we wanted Echo Base, but we didn't know what word could go with it. Echo Base videos, Echo Base, whatever. And then it hit me. Network has so many different meanings. I called Nick. He said, "Hey, what up?" And I said, "Echo-based network." And he goes, "I love it." And we created the channel, and we're very, very embarrassingly low quality. Like, everything you guys are doing blows what we did away.
That makes me feel a little better.
The first 6 months. Go back and look at our earliest videos. I unlisted many of them because I don't want anybody to see them. They are so bad. Like, the first video we ever did, the first comment we got was critique. "Hey man, you really need to turn your lights on. It's too dark. I'm seeing like," and I was grateful for that because I didn't know what a good channel looked like. I didn't know what a good channel sounded like. There were so many things that we needed to learn, but that's the thing about me is that I am very obsessive. Like, I'm definitely OCD, 100%. And if I get hooked on something, it's over. And that's what I am going to be doing. So once we started this YouTube thing, I improved one thing a little bit at a time, and that's what we all do.
Absolutely.
And now we are where we are.
And I think you choosing the name Echo-based network is pretty prophetic because you've inspired so many channels that popped up. I know for me, I wouldn't be doing Star Wars YouTube videos if it weren't for your channel. And I'm not just saying that to flatter you. I'm just saying,
oh man.
Although, you know what? Go ahead and be flattered.
Well,
you deserve it.
I really appreciate that. But see, that's so everybody has different goals. And you kind of already alluded to it, Timothy. You know, what you know, a lot of people, it's about community. A lot of people, it's about subscribers. A lot of people, it's about super chats. A lot of people, it's about money. A lot of people, it's about the art. You know, and for me, one of the big things, and for Nick now, is we've got an Echo-based network family that we want to see reach their goals, whatever those goals are. You know, if you want to have 50,000 subscribers, I want to see you get there. You know, and like, that's the thing about what we're doing now is like, we don't see anybody as competition. We used to look at people and we have to keep our eye on this person and what they're doing. And we don't do that anymore. We stay in our lane and we got our people, and we just want to continue to strengthen that fellowship and help everybody else reach their goals. We're not done yet. You know, we're still doing stuff. We got things that we want to do. You know, I've got 3 channels now. You know, like, and I'm thinking about starting a 4th. So something completely different yet again. So yeah, that's, but it's all, and it's okay for goals to change over time too. You know, our goal was subscribers. Then our goal was, well, I want to have at least 100 people in the live stream. Right. And then it's, well, I want to make at least $300 in the live stream, or whatever that goal is, you know, and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, and I mean, I've got a goal of, I haven't said this publicly, but I would like to have 1,000 subs by the end of the year. I really think that's possible, especially with all the lead up to Book of Boba Fett. And I like what Matt Cave says, Coach sleeping is just a myth.
That is so true. I mean, guys, it is so true. I do not sleep well.
Yeah. Your coach, this is for you. If you can see that.
I found EBN when Coach and Nick guested on World Class Bull about the Leox Gaiacy character last year. Checked out their channel and loved it at first sight. Great community and can't complain about anything. Well, thank you, John. We love you, bro. Everybody here.
And what Mama Bear said earlier about family. Master Paul, tell us what your slogan is for your channel.
The Force is family.
I love that. Because
Well,
especially with the community that we're growing here and that
It
Coach
is.
you're always invested in. And that's one thing that I love about you is you're not like, oh yeah, I've got 20,000 subs. So
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
gonna come on your screen.
I don't care if it's 100 million. It means nothing. Like, it's not like, this is what it's all about.
Yeah.
Those numbers, honestly, and I've gotten into some heat for saying this in a live stream before. Y'all might have been there and watched it. I really offended somebody that was in the chat, but I maybe I didn't articulate what I meant very well. I probably didn't, because I'm very direct, and I can soften things and make people feel good. But I can say something occasionally that will rub people the wrong way. And I was saying subscribers means nothing.
Yep.
And people were so offended by that. And what we want is for somebody who's actually going to click on your video and watch it and comment and engage with you. If you're a subscriber and you don't have any engagement with the channel, you're not helping that channel at all. Like that, you're just a number. I would rather have 10 people who are here with me doing things, commenting, great video, Coach. Hey, have you thought about doing this, Coach? This might be a little bit better, whatever. Thank you. Thank you for that feedback. We're going to go live. Hope all 10 of you guys are here, rather than have 1,000 people that never show up.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's something I actually said in a video I posted 2 days ago. It was one of the shorts. It's under a minute, so I'm going to play it now if I can. And then I'd love to get your guys' take on it. And then, Paul, we'll get to how you got started in just a minute.
Okay.
Let me see if I can share this.
I feel like I have my whiny voice going. I didn't mean to have my whiny voice going.
No.
And you did a good job saying the Nerdporeal Lifeform really well. I just want to give you credit for saying that.
It took you a little while.
Oh, quit it now.
The Nerdporeal Lifeform.
Oh gosh, here we go. That's
awesome.
what I do. I put the crosshairs on me and let everybody fire away. It makes I struggled with that one.
That's all right. It's fine. It's a made up word,
I love it though,
it's
bro.
bound to happen.
Actually, I'm gonna get before I show that video, Paul, why don't you give your story, and then we can get into more of a discussion,
right.
so we're not all just kind of sitting and listening.
Okay, so for anyone that doesn't know, the Star Wars Guys is actually my second channel that I've ever made. My first one was my personal one, which is my name, Paul Strassner. And that one was sort of an archive of how I cover certain songs. And it's fun to do, but I do not touch that channel even nearly enough to really take it seriously. But as, certain events within Star Wars surrounding the sequel trilogy unfolded, I started hearing other content creators start to share their views on it, and I started to get this epiphany that these people may have hundreds of thousands, if not millions of subscribers, but at the end of the day, they're still just normal people like I am. So what's stopping me from starting my own channel and doing the same thing? And Coach, you and Nick, I've said this multiple times, you and Nick were the ones that drove that point home to me, that a normal person can do this. You don't have to be a TV personality, so to speak, to have a successful YouTube channel. So hence the Star Wars Guys.
Absolutely. I love that.
Yeah. So I'm going to play this video now, if I can. Hopefully it comes through. And again, it's a video I made the other night, and it's one of the shorts. It's only less than a minute. But I think it explains kind of how I feel, at least being a YouTuber, if you catch my drift. So we'll see if this plays.
When people ask me what I do with my spare time, I always respond, I'm a YouTuber. They'll usually say something about, oh, so you have millions of subscribers? Oh, do you make a lot of money? What are your videos about? They are often very confused when I tell them, no, I don't have millions of subs. I don't make money, and my videos are all about Star Wars. But what most people don't understand is YouTubing is a hobby for me. I don't do it to make money or to gain subscribers or to get clout. Although in the future, if I did make money, that would be great. But making videos for my channel is really fun for me. and I'm really happy with the community that I've created and that I'm a part of. So if you've got things you want to talk about or videos you want to make, I encourage you, make a YouTube channel. Go for it. As long as you enjoy it, it's not about the money or the subscriber count. But who knows? Maybe one day you'll get there. Maybe one day we'll all get there.
So
Great.
that
Love that.
Wicked cool.
yeah, it's just I
It's a
just
good
was,
video, dude.
I had so many feelings of like sometimes it's awkward to tell people that I'm a YouTuber because like they have like preconceptions about what that means, and they're like, oh, you have like 600, not even 600 subs, like how is that possible? And I just like, it doesn't matter to me. I love doing this and I love the community that I've made, so I kind of wanted to sum that up in that video. So I guess let's just jump into discussion kind of on those topics. What do you guys think about that? Whoever goes.
I generally, whenever I'm just talking to somebody, I kind of sneakily, schemingly let it drop that I have a YouTube channel. Usually when I'm talking like, like either an Uber driver. So like when I was in Las Vegas for the Nerdrotic meetup, and I met Nick there. Yeah. I managed to get a couple of my Uber drivers to subscribe. So I just said, hey, I make content, and a lot of times they're like, oh, really? They take their phone and then they just hit the subscribe button. I said, oh yeah, I made a Star Wars video. I do Nintendo videos and stuff. So I just kind of whenever I'm talking to people, whether it's at the store or something, I just kind of put the word out.
Hey, real quick, Timothy, highlight the chat that Lord Crit just put in here.
He says, YouTube is a hobby to many. It is just fun to present your content to people and branch out your image. YouTube can create communities, friendship, etc. And that's exactly what Green Lantern was saying. I feel like I have more friends through this community than in real life. And I know especially for me, that's true because some of you might know, I recently moved to Tennessee. I say recently, but it was like, in February. But still, I haven't really formed a whole lot of connections with people in this area yet. There's a lot of people I'm still really close with, but they're back in California. But you guys, especially because now I've met you, Coach, and you, Paul, last week.
Yeah.
I mean, I consider you guys great friends. Matt Cave, I know he's not able to join us tonight, but just my dad says I knew you were going to pronounce president. I have to. But yeah, that's exactly how I feel. There's so many of you guys that I just feel, like I wish we lived closer. If you guys feel the same way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like everyone on this panel, I consider a very close friend. Timothy, we've met in real life.
Mm-hmm.
Nerdporeal and Golgo, we got a show together. Coach, you've been a great inspiration. And Cashman, I know we ain't talked very much, but you're a friend too.
Appreciate it.
No problem.
Cash Money, I have to ask you a question that I always ask you and always bugs you.
Okay.
Do you ever take credit?
Do I ever take credit? I mean, do I need to? The thing is, I learned so much from the Twitch community about what you need to do, and it has to be all about a team. And so when I saw people like, I guess we're just going around the list of congratulating people and stuff and prompting people up, but it's good because like people like Korriban and people like Coach here, and even you, Paul. I just I had watched you when you first came on Echo Base TV, and I see the passion and stuff in a lot of people, and it's like, well, these are the kind of people you want to work with. And it's important, and this is the community, and so you can do great things, but you got to. Everybody together is always stronger than everybody separated, right? So you just keep going, and you just want to inspire more and more people, because so many people can do this and talk about stuff and so on, but they just need to find their rhythm, their style. But yeah, Nerdporeal, I don't need to take credit, man. If I can help a lot of people, and I
wasn't talking about that type of credit. I'm talking about credit card, because your name is Cash Money.
Oh, you just said credit, so.
Yeah, well, yeah, like you go to a counter and you say, do you take credit? You know,
I haven't done that actually.
Yeah, I never use cash, so that's why I always think credit. That's why I always think credit myself.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
So-
no. But what I was like saying is just like community strong. It's just they can't be stopped. They're a powerhouse, and so when you build a great community, you just keep going, and then you see what happens. You work together with people, and there's a lot of people on this panel that I'm always happy to be on a panel with, stream with, whatever, because you guys all have a lot of passion, and I appreciate that. I wish encouraging more people would be great to do that, you know, and if we can do that, that'd be even more awesome. So
yeah, I managed to create some Nerdporeals. So
Nice.
so I have I have a little community. Like out of the 120, 130 people that are on my my Discord server, only like maybe 10 to 15 people actually, you know, regularly participate. So but yeah, usually have the same people that, you know, where I just streamed Metroid Dread. Awesome game so far. Yeah, I usually have the same guys that always, you know, come and they moderate and they you know, talk to each other and stuff. And I'm really it's rewarding for me to put something like that together. So and have a place, you know, people can go to just, you know, just have to hang out and stuff, you know. And I always make sure that I'm grateful. I always make sure, and I learned this from Nerdrotic, you know, always be grateful. Always, and I mean, and I always tell them how much I appreciate, you know, whenever they do something. So,
Definitely.
and I give back by doing giveaways. I'm sure, you know, Coffee on Korriban. I know you guys all know. I generally do giveaways and stuff because
Speaking
it's just
of
another
giveaways,
way of giving back. Just giving.
Speaking of giveaways, two things. I am really looking forward to the shirt because really looking forward.
Yeah, it's going to come like in about a week and a half or something.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, that's how long Teespring takes. So I literally just ordered it from Teespring and then I had it sent to your where you wanted it to.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I will definitely wear it during a show. We got Bryce Bovey, my best friend in the world, who also happens to be my brother-in-law. I miss you, dude. So get out here in Tennessee. And then also on the subject of giveaways, I will be doing a giveaway tonight for one of my mustache mugs, but it is sponsored by Felix Quiros. So he reached out to me and said he would sponsor a mustache mug giveaway. So we will be giving away one of the mustache mugs later on tonight if you guys are still here. So definitely stay for that. Golgo, you haven't really said anything, but welcome to the chat. Quickly give what got you into creating content, and then we'll move on to the next topic.
Well, first I just want to say, the legendary Tron, he fights for the users.
Oh my god!
I should have expected that because I knew he had that already.
What up, Coach? You like my new microphone?
Oh boy!
Gosh.
Coach, get the broom.
yeah, don't make me break it out.
Oh, so how are you all doing tonight?
Oh, great.
Doing well.
Good. Doing
Pretty
really
good,
good.
man.
It's
Good to
Friday. It's
We're
always
missing Spock, and this would be Tuesday night. This would be a Tuesday night Trek reunion.
Yes, it would.
We are almost done with season 3, and as
4 episodes
bad
left.
as it is at times, it's still infinitely better than anything that STDs and Pucard has done.
I can't wait to talk about the Abe Lincoln episode. We're
I watched
approaching
it.
that
I
Abe
shouldn't
Lincoln
have watched
episode.
it.
It's a great episode. I actually really liked
Hey,
it.
Timothy, real quick, Legendary
Yes, sir.
Tron's asking to get on.
Oh, absolutely. He is always welcome. So
Absolutely.
let me.
No, I'll be quick because I do have a few other things I need to do tonight. But
Yeah, and I'll just say if
all
any
right.
of you guys have to hop out at any point, this is kind of a just stay and talk kind of deal. You don't have to stay till the end or whatever. So if any of you guys have to leave, then just check out.
yeah, well, let's see here. What was the question again?
What got you into creating content?
Yes. What got me into creating content? Encouragement. Seeing how other people do it, having fun getting onto member panels. That's really how it started. I pal around with Loki and Purple and of course Echo Base, and for a while there, I was all over the place because that's all I was doing. I wasn't creating yet, and I wasn't really gaming. So I got to know a lot of people and got a little poking and prodding. And John J. No, I can't do that. I haven't warmed up the vocal cords and the tongue yet to be able to speak that properly in a timely fashion. But I was encouraged to do this, and I've had lots of people that have encouraged me. Of course, Coach and Nick are always encouraging everybody that's in the community. If you've got something that you want to say and really want to do it, then go do it. So, around everybody kind of likes anime, but no one in our groups or in the various groups that I roll around with really have that strong tie to it or have an ancillary channel. So I thought, you know what? Why don't I talk about that? Because I like to talk about it, and it's something that I've liked for a very long time. So after putting a few things together and trying a few things, there is the
Hey,
man.
Tron.
Here, hold on
Tron.
just a second.
Tron.
Where'd it go?
Tron, he fights for the users.
Yeah, boy.
There you go, buddy.
I have been summoned.
Yes, you have been summoned. But since I started doing this, it has been a lot of fun. It is a lot of work, and I will say this, Coach, video editing, it's fun, but holy crap, does it get tedious.
That's why.
yes.
That is why our next documentary has taken so long, because
Yeah.
I was just stretched too thin, man. Like it was just too much for me. I've been knocking it out because I'm home because my family's got COVID and I'm on fall break early. So
Okay.
but yeah, I like editing and
Oh yeah, it's fun. It's just
I
it's
like
just very
making-
time consuming.
Yeah, it is. The more you do it, and you guys all know this. The more you do it, obviously the faster you get at it, and you learn little tricks. And I devised a little system here on my machine to help speed up the process. I got everything saved. I got a library of everything I've ever used. It's all neatly. I use my OCD to my own benefit, I guess.
Yes. Well, you kind of have to, because if you got it scattered all over, it makes that much harder. So all the little snippets and things I've done, I've started collecting them, and I need to actually snip down a few more things and make a few more little separate videos from some larger ones I have. But no, it's been a lot of fun. It's been fun getting back into an R form that I do like to watch and I thoroughly enjoy. And it has been a whole lot of fun being able to talk with people that I like. Everybody that has been gracious enough to come on my show, which by the way is at 1 p.m. Eastern time on Saturdays. Selfless plug. Thank you. It has been gratifying. And as far as, the why I do it, I do it for the fun of it. Because if I was trying to do this for the money, then I am the worst businessman on earth, because I have dropped more money than I probably care to admit upgrading my stuff, since I can't upgrade a GPU at the moment, but upgrading literally everything else that touches the computer to be able to do it better, faster, and stronger. We can rebuild him. We can make him more powerful than he was before. It just costs money.
Yeah. Coach,
No,
Did you
go
want to
ahead.
say something? Okay. I'm just getting back into editing and stuff, and there's so much I need to learn, but I've got some people who are helping me learn. So I just, I just started out as a Twitch streamer, so I didn't do all this editing, but now I'm learning how to do this editing on YouTube, and I still got a while to go. So
Well,
Yeah, it's just
one
more or less
thing at
just
a
a matter
time.
of practice.
Yep, just one thing at a time. And I like to make videos. I like to make videos that I enjoy watching, and like I've enjoyed the videos that I've made the past 2 days, and they are getting significantly less views than what we're accustomed to. Well, part of that's because Star Wars is just kind of in a waiting period right now. It's not hot. It's not hot right now.
I agree.
Even after Visions, it's still not that hot. Because I thoroughly enjoyed that, even though it's, I'm going to spill little beans here. I'm doing some video editing with Paul. We did our own reviews of the show, so I got to take the time to snip them, do some pertification, and hand them back and get them distributed. But to sum it up, from the Star Wars side, I thought it was exactly what they needed. But like the saying from Dr. Falselier of The Princess and the Frog, or what Mama Odie say, you got what you wanted, but not what you needed. With Visions, it kind of hits that. We got what we wanted. We wanted more content. In some respects, it's exactly what we needed, but there's so many people that really took a massive poo-poo on most of it, or the whole premise of it. And it is what it is, but you'll see the review that we put out as soon as I get them edited and pertified and all that, and hopefully you'll enjoy them. And that did bring me to another question that I had specifically for Coach. And I know I've asked you why you chose Streamlabs over...
Users, Tron is trying to speak.
Go for it.
Hey fam, I have a special announcement I like to make.
Well, definitely let us know what that is.
To Mama Bear's and my mother's help, my reservations for next year has been locked in. My brother will be coming with me and Mama Bear will be close. Can't wait to meet y'all. This is going to be my second convention. End of line.
This will be awesome.
Amazing.
And real quick,
Brandon.
Brandon, before you get to that question you was going to ask Coach, Timothy put in the private chat, he needs to jump back in. So I'm going to go ahead and get off of here so he can get back in. But again, thank you, Timothy, for hosting this. As a content creator, it's been a great journey, and I've been doing this a full year yet, and it feels like I've always been doing it. So I look forward to not only seeing my own channel grow, but seeing all the channels that I watch continue to grow.
Well, can I say one thing before you leave, Paul?
Yeah.
So, and this is for everybody, and this is for me too. This is for me more than anybody else probably. I learned this, and I used to tell this to my teams when I coached high school basketball. For all who can handle failure, very few can handle success. And if you have a channel explode, don't start thinking that your stuff is better than everybody else's. And we see that. I see that with YouTubers. When they hit subscribers, they change. And be true to thyself always. And don't let that success ruin you. It's going to happen. You guys are going to get those subscribers. Don't let that success, twist you up, because it can do that.
Understood.
Yeah. I always keep to further talk about that. I get a lot of praise for some of the videos I do, and I tell myself this every time. I literally say to people, I am humbled. I appreciate it, and I have plenty. I still have much to learn. That I still have, like yours says. So,
Absolutely.
So I try to keep that attitude to keep myself in check. So Coach, I totally know what you're talking about.
Coach, because you know so much about editing, can people come to you and ask you questions about stuff?
Sure.
Okay.
I know love that. I love being able to help people with that stuff.
Awesome. So yeah, that goes back to what I was going to with you choosing Streamlabs and some of the other things that you've set up on the back end. The presentation factor has gone up immensely over the past few weeks that I've seen, and I've got Stream Elements now. I kind of understand how to use it. I am thinking of switching to Streamlabs because all of my Logitech stuff plays better with it. Plus, I spoiled myself really, 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 really badly with the Stream Deck. I kind of have an idea of how it works, but I got to get all that set up. But I did want to ask you the whys on that, and also if you have some time to get some help. But that's something that we can interface on later, especially since you're at home for a little longer than you were planning on being.
I'm happy to help anytime. I've occasionally go live stream and make videos with people.
Yeah.
And so yeah, just reach out and I'll be happy to help. But you're asking why the change in broadcasting software?
I know that you said that you went with Wirecast, and looking at it, it's not a cheap thing.
No. We don't use Wirecast. We use Streamlabs OBS now.
Oh, so you have gone full Streamlabs OBS. Okay.
Yes. So, wow, that's such a long, complicated story. So we went to StreamYard because of its ease of use, and the main thing was being able to highlight chat.
Yeah.
Back a year ago, you did not have the ability to highlight chat in Wirecast or Streamlabs OBS. You could not take one particular chat, click on it, and show it on the screen. Now you can do that with Streamlabs OBS. So that when I found out that you can do that, that opened up a whole nother. There are no limits with Streamlabs. No limits. You dream it up, you can do it.
I'm feeling very overwhelmed because I just got Streamlabs. I used it for one stream. It was very basic and didn't look very good at all. But the power that it's able to do compared to StreamYard, it's incredible. It's Windows, or it's Adobe Premiere Pro versus Windows Movie Maker. You can do anything you can dream up with it, but there's definitely going to be a learning curve. I've noticed already.
Yeah, there definitely is a learning curve, and there's nothing wrong with using StreamYard. We used StreamYard last night when we had Eric Walker on, because of the ease of use. However, we broadcasted the show using Streamlabs.
Yeah, you use the OBS software and then basically just connected to StreamYard to pipe back into your screen, so that way you still had access to everything.
I did a window share. That was it. I did a window share of StreamYard, and so I can still highlight chat. I can still change my scenes and use my Stream Deck and all that stuff. So yeah, and making things look good is only a part of the battle. What I think is more important than that is the viewer better like you.
True that.
If they like you, they're coming back.
True.
You like me. You really like me.
But pretty channels and people who do great editing and they really make it look good. Well, how is that any different than the sequel trilogy? How is that any different than?
That's true.
That's a good point.
They eventually the eye candy is going to sour. But if you have a connection with, I like this guy. This is a good dude. He's funny to me, or he makes good points, or I like his personality, or he replies to me in comments, or whatever. That's what's more important. And so the video, what you see visually, the better you can make that to go along with who you are, then now you're cooking.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. And I'm going to interject real quick because we are going to do a mustache mug giveaway.
Oh.
So, Master Paul, you're not allowed to join in this one because you already won one.
Silence. Users, Tron is trying to speak.
I will be using Restream's version of StreamYard tomorrow night because it's included in.
Yeah, and again, if you guys are not subscribed to the legendary Tron, give him your subscription. Give everyone your subscription because this is a community, and Yeah, subscribe to everyone because why not?
Absolutely.
Because it's free. But we're going to get into this mustache mug giveaway. And what you're going to need to do is first, I'm going to need everyone that is wanting to be in the giveaway to first subscribe to Star Wars Theology. That's the link that I just put in the chat right there. That is Felix Kuros's channel, and he is the one who sponsored the giveaway for tonight. So he is the one who is allowing someone in the chat to win their very own Coffee on Korriban mustache mug. So first, subscribe to Felix Kuros, and in just a minute, after you guys have subscribed to him, we will be doing the giveaway. And how we're going to do that is you can comment a number between 1 and 100. Not like last time, you only get one entry. So comment your number 1 through 100, and the closest to that number, you can go over, is just closest period. Closest to that number 1 through 100 will win the Coffee on Korriban mustache mug.
What, you don't want your chat to explode again?
No, that was bad. We didn't have as many people in that time. We got more people, and also we broke a record for the most concurrent viewers during a live stream on my channel. I think it was like 16 viewers, and we had up to like 24, I think. So thank you everyone who came by. Appreciate that. All right, I've already generated the random number 1 through 100. So everyone get your votes in, and in just a minute, I will let you guys know who the winner is. And again, thank you very much to Star Wars Theology, Felix Kuros' channel. Thank you very much for sponsoring this. I appreciate it, because as much as I would love to just send out mugs to everyone, I don't really have the money to like send them out all the time. So. Yeah, anything else you guys would like to spit out randomly real quick before we give this away on the subject of content creating? Any challenges you guys have faced or anything like that?
Can I make one more point
Absolutely
that I've been wanting to say? So a lot of people, and I got stuck thinking this too, you know, I really enjoy making content, and I really enjoy editing and getting things up, and I love making thumbnails. That's probably, I like doing that more than anything, I think. But guys, if you know, Nick and I like to say, this isn't our full-time job. We wish it was. We'd love for this. No, we don't. I don't. Because I could not imagine the pressure that I would feel.
Yes.
This is fun. I love this.
Yep.
It's not work. It's not work. You know, I'm a school teacher. That's not work. I go to school and have a blast. I love being there. I do not see it like it's a job. You know, and that's how I look at YouTube. I had a lot of success before I stopped selling toys. I'll just say this. In 2018, I made over 6 figures selling toys. And I thought to myself and talked to my wife, you know, I could do this full time. I could quit being a teacher and just do this. And we talked about it, and then it hit me one day. Well, I won't be any good at it because I'll feel so much pressure. And I'll make bad decisions because I'm being pressured, you know, and I don't want YouTube to ever be like that for me. Food for thought.
Yeah, absolutely. And the moment it becomes an obligation, it starts to become less fun. Like one of my favorite phrases that I say all the time is, I love working on cars, except when I have to. I love doing stuff to my car, but when it's like, I got to get to work tomorrow and I have to fix this and I don't have the part and everything's breaking and I got to run to O'Reilly's, can someone give me a ride? It stops becoming fun. And I would imagine it's the same way with creating content. If it's something that you have to do to pay the mortgage or to buy groceries or whatever, I can imagine how that stress would really take the joy out of it.
Yeah.
That's why I stopped working on computers.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, because I used to do that 20 years ago, and when it was my job, I didn't want to do it on my own personal stuff because it wasn't any fun. But once I got past that and got a few years out from it, it became fun again. So I hear you on the car thing. I hear you.
Can I add a few more points?
Absolutely,
Korriban?
and then we'll give away this mug.
Okay. What I've also learned, this is for Twitch and YouTube, you can never expect your friends, people that have subscribed to your channel, follow your channel, to come to your channel, because you'll just feel disappointed. You have to also learn, it sounds funny to talk to yourself a lot. So especially if you're on camera by yourself, because until people come in for like Twitch, and chat is even more important on Twitch, I would say, than YouTube. But both are important. You never want to expect anything, because when you do, then the disappointment starts kicking in, and it's not good. So you just do it, and you're always surprised. And when people come in, you tell them, people come in to streams many different reasons, and you feel like they're friends. Come in for watch a game, they had a bad day. Oh, hey man, how's it going? But you don't need to be fake. Just be yourself. Always be real.
Yeah, I always make sure, I always try to create a welcoming atmosphere. Try to be conversational if I can, and and I'm just grateful. Like I once again learned this from Nerdrotic. I keep this great. I just try to just have as much gratitude as I can, and that's my mindset when I'm doing this. So, because I got disappointed quite a bit, and friends and family all my life, and this is something I've learned to. This is one way I learned to. I just learned to temper my expectations of everything now, and just be grateful for what I have.
Absolutely.
Just continue the grind and understand that it can be great. It can be rewarding. Excuse me. And you just keep going, but you got to have fun with it. Like Coach said, you can't ever look at it as a job. When you do, more disappointment will set in.
Absolutely. And we have a winner. And I'm going to share this screen real quick of the number so you guys can see for sure what the number was. If I am able to, there it is. The number was 16. So that means that our winner was number one Sci-Fi. So congratulations, number one Sci-Fi. You won yourself a Coffee on Korriban mustache mug.
Congratulations to you.
Nice. Thank you everyone else for being here and entering. But number one Sci-Fi, you get yourself a Coffee on Korriban mustache mug. Message me on Discord, and I will have give the address to Felix Quiros, and you will get your mug in the mail. So congratulations. Thank you so much for being here, first off. And I'm really close to 600 subs, and I think I might do another giveaway at 600 subs. So if we hit that anytime soon, expect another giveaway. But that is the number. So congratulations, number one Sci-Fi. I hope you enjoy that mug, and there's a sip for you.
Silence. Users, Tron is trying to speak.
I need to get going and get in bed. Love you all. Keep spreading the good vibes.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Love you, Tron.
Have a great night.
All right, Tron. Sleep
We're
well.
gonna find
man.
you a new
Take
girlfriend in Tennessee.
Oh, yeah. All right. See you, dude. Thank you so much for coming on. Appreciate it.
See you, Tron. But I need to be going myself. And yes, Coach, since I'm not 100% for sure which way is the best way to reach you, and since I don't know how public you want that to be, if you would, when you have a moment tomorrow after 1 p.m. Eastern, so sometime in the afternoon, if you can.
I will be on Discord.
You'll be on the Discord? Okay.
Yeah.
In that case, I'll hit you up because that'll be easier. Now, as far as last minute things, this will be the last time, I swear, that I bring this up within the context of talking about it on a stream. The hardest thing that I had to deal with was having my channel termed for no reason. And I am convinced, 100% convinced, the only reason it got restored is because everybody here reached out to Team YouTube and say, hey, this is absolute crap. look at it again. And I literally think that's the only reason that that I was able to get it back. So my channel is everyone's channel. I do this for the fun of it. I do it because I'd like to, and I do it to converse and to have, to basically have friends and to talk to people. So thank you all again for your support. And that's the last time that I will touch upon that. Unless, of course, they try to do it again, in which case we'll have to go full rage mode on them again.
I thought you handled it well.
Well, there was no other way to handle it. If I start, swearing at them like I can,
well,
all that's going to do is just piss them off.
What was crazy is you didn't even have a channel, and I was playing one of your videos the other night. No, it wasn't.
Really?
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. Wait, was I? Never mind. Don't listen to me.
Okay. If you insist, Coach, we won't listen to you anymore. Your coffee level is starting to wind down.
Oh, I haven't had coffee in several hours.
That's not good. That's not good, Coach.
So.
Also, number one sci-fi, I didn't see him comment that, I won or anything. So if anyone knows the number one sci-fi, let him know he won, because I would love to actually get that mug out to him.
They're on my Discord, so I can let him know.
Yeah, just let him know he won, and tell him to send me the address. I'm on Discord too. So.
Oh, that does remind me real quick. I saw a Black Dragon in here just a moment ago. Hey, John, I got those cards sent off to you. And I asked Nick and Coach to make you aware of it because you hadn't replied back to me yet on Discord. But either case, the stuff that the people have Solonic, I sent him his collector's edition Phantom Menace VHS widescreen with all the stuff from a few months ago. Finally was able to get that done. So that monkey is now off the back. Yay!
He says I got him yesterday.
Excellent.
Awesome.
All right. I got a little bit of things that I got to do to be ready for tomorrow. And if everyone here, if you get the chance to come by, I would be very enthusiastically happy and humbled to have you stop by. And if you also get the chance, watch the first 1 to 3 episodes of Hellsing Ultimate, either on Hulu or Funimation. It is so far, the perfect show for Halloween.
Ooh.
Yes, it's very good.
Awesome.
But
so everyone make sure you're subscribed to Golgo13's Anime 101. He makes some fantastic content. And again, I've said this before in my last live stream, the number of subscribers is not indicative of quality and effort and passion. So definitely give him your support, and let's get him up to his next benchmark of subscribers or watch hours or whatever that is for him. But give him your support, because it means a lot.
What was that anime called again, man?
Hellsing. Also,
Hellsing. Got it.
Yeah,
Hellsing.
yeah. There's Hellsing. There's the original one from 01. It was made before the manga was finished, and the way that one turned out is it was 13 episodes, but it only covers one specific arc, but half of the stuff wasn't actually in the manga. Whereas Hellsing Ultimate, which is just known as Hellsing in Japan, it follows the manga completely from start to finish because it came out after the manga was finished.
Interesting.
But the one that I'm primarily focusing on is Hellsing Ultimate, because it was only made like 5-6 years later as far as when it started, but they had switched to widescreen. They had stepped up the production quality of that show considerably. And I do not recommend to allow the kids to watch it. It is extremely violent.
I'm sure it is.
Yes.
I'll check it out, dude.
Yeah,
it's worth it. It's hilarious. It's great.
I'll just say this about Ultimate. Unlike the original series, Ultimate has the main villains, which are Nazis.
Yes,
and a branch of the Catholic Church. It's a 3-way battle between England, the Catholic Church, and the Nazis.
The Protestant heathens versus the Roman Catholics versus the Millennium Nazi group.
The characters are great. Characters are great in this show.
Although, as much as I love Alucard, because he's just ridiculous, just over the top. I absolutely, in a weird, twisted way, adore Paladin. So what's his? Oh,
Alexander Anderson.
yes,
Yep.
Paladin Father Alexander Anderson. Oh, he is so delightfully good. He's evil. It's a twist.
Yeah,
Coach, I think
TTT
you'd like
games
it.
definitely.
Sounds like
TTT games definitely subscribe to Go 13 because I'm sure you could learn a lot from him.
Yeah, I
He
started
says Attack on
watching
Titan and One Punch Man were his faves.
Attack on Titan was a little too hard for me to watch. I know that it's really good, highly recommended by all the various groups, but I tried watching the first episode, and for me, that one, it took it just a little too far for me. But I have started watching One Punch Man, and it is hilarious.
I agree with you
I have
with
not
Attack on
seen
Titan. I agree. Eating the people was a little too much.
Attack
But
on
Coach-
Tell you what,
Titan.
man, this is
Anime
Yeah.
gets weird, dude.
Oh
the
yeah,
thing is, like, there's some biblical backstory to Attack on Titan.
Interesting. I didn't even know that.
Yes, very much so, man. The Nephilim from Genesis chapter
Well,
6.
yeah, I didn't even think about that. You're right.
They're the giants.
You're absolutely right.
Really?
yes.
Although I
Ju-
thought those only got up to like 12 feet. I didn't know that.
No, 17, 18, 19 feet.
Aren't the
Oh,
Nephilim? I think the
interesting.
Nephilim are also in Neon Genesis Evangelion. There's a lot of Christian references in that show.
Yeah,
And-
there's a
and
lot of
The
lot of
Nephilim are
Christian
actually-
iconography. Yeah.
The Nephilim are actually the offspring of human females and fallen angels.
Yep. Absolutely
Interesting.
correct.
That's what
and,
they are.
I do want to get into Berserk eventually. I've heard good things about it.
Berserk
That's
is
another
a lot,
one.
Berserk is a lot like
I'll have to
Attack on
check that
Titan is a
out.
lot like Berserk. You know, it's very
Mhm.
violent. There's a lot of blood. I mean,
Extreme violence.
I mean, the Titans eating people makes me think of the demons, the apostles eating people in Berserk. So there's a lot of connection there. So,
Well,
but it's a dark
Berserk-
fantasy.
Yeah, Berserk fits in. It technically isn't necessarily horror, but it's very dark fantasy, and it teeters on with a lot of horror aspects. So
Mhm.
I did include it in my pick 5. But if you do get into that, watch the original first, go through that story arc, and then go through the 2 newer ones if you dare to fall to crap flicks.
Yeah,
But,
and also, like, if you're watching anime or you're having a bad day, just find some anime and watch some. It can be very relaxing. People don't
Coach.
understand that.
Coach,
Yo.
Star Blazers.
Oh, gosh.
The original or the new one, 21.99.
Yeah, there's
OG.
a new batch of Battleship Yamamoto stuff coming out. I saw that.
Hey,
Gotta
just real
start with
quick,
your-
I see Vori Linus's chat. It's absolutely Christian, Genesis chapter 6, and it is also Judaism, and it is also Islam. It is all of them. So
Yeah, it covers all of them.
Yep, you're correct. Let's change the discussion real quick to something I wanted to ask you guys. So we're all content creators. We all make stuff. Do you consider yourself a YouTuber? Like, do you give that title to yourself when people ask you like what you do for fun? And if you do, what was that moment that you started to consider yourself a YouTuber?
I haven't had it yet, but it'll come eventually. And on that, I'm torn because of how YouTube can mistreat its content creators and how it has done purging of people that they don't like.
Mm-hmm.
I would almost say I think if I am going to classify myself, I think I'll classify myself as a content creator because I have no choice. I am going to go and expand onto either BitChute or Odyssey, if for no other reason than to prevent what happened.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Because if I hadn't have already had my stuff backed up and they decided to say, screw you, shove off, I would have lost all of that.
Right.
So, blessed is he who hath made backups. They are a pessimist, but they made backups. They're the wise. So, but I am going to take off for the night. It was so great to see all of you, Coach. I will hit you up on Discord tomorrow if I remember to do so.
all right.
And I want to say hello to Pacific 414 who came in just a moment ago. It's good to see you. And he and I also talked Visions a little while back. So if you get a chance, go
Awesome.
check out his channel. And
Nice.
with that, everybody, I am out.
See you, bro.
Awesome.
See you
Thank you very
tomorrow.
much for
See you,
coming
man.
by. I appreciate it.
And I
Thank
got
you.
your
See you soon,
boy,
dude.
Linus. I got you, bro.
Take care.
Thank you. See ya.
All right. What about you guys? Do you guys consider yourself YouTuber? And there's a reason I put that in quotes. It's
Question:
not a title
is there a
everyone
difference
likes.
between YouTuber and content creator? Just so that
Right.
I understand.
No,
Like what you're getting at?
not really. Not really. I mean, the main reason I put it in quotes YouTuber is because, like I said earlier, there's certain connotations that come with applying the title of YouTuber. People assume you're like a famous vlogger or whatever because when they log onto YouTube, especially if they don't have an account that they watch it through, they see whatever 10 million subscribers channel that pops up, Mr. Beast or whatever Twitch streamers or whatever they see pop up first, and they have an idea of like, oh, you're a YouTuber, like there's that, and they don't really understand that there's like you have to start somewhere and build your channel, or you might be in a little niche that doesn't have mass appeal like that. So that's kind of what I meant by that, but content creator kind of works as well.
Okay. By the way, number one sci-fi DM'd you, so just let me know.
Okay,
So, on
perfect.
Discord. So
Well, I don't. The general public don't know what content creator means.
Right.
So to
Good
me,
point.
I would just I say YouTuber. And when I started, look, you guys don't have to. I mean, I don't know what everybody does for a living, but guys, like my 8th grade students were laughing at me, like on the daily. Like I had me and Nick had 75 subscribers, and they were laughing like they thought it was so funny. So I don't know.
Well, Nick keeps pushing me to watch Deep Space Nine, and I haven't done it yet, Coach.
oh, that's a great show. That's
One
a
of
great
these
show.
days, I
haven't
don't
watched
know.
it either, and I'm sure he told you that.
I think he did.
He says that every time Deep Space Nine comes out, he's like, "I freaking love that show. I freaking love that show." Coach hadn't freaking seen it, and I'm like, "Will you stop saying freaking and quit telling everybody?"
It's the one Star Trek show where they actually go to war in the Star Trek universe, and it perfectly builds up to it. It's an amazing show with amazing characters. Captain Sisko is one of the best captains in Star Trek, in my opinion, next to Kirk.
I don't know. I might try to get into it again. I'm not sure.
There's a lot of great. It's the characters are more gray, so it's more. There's more gray characters as opposed to like Next Generation or even Voyager or the original series. So, and that makes it more interesting, in my opinion. So,
Okay, that's cool. I'll keep that in mind. Yeah. I'm a generation person, so. Hey,
So,
what's up, Daryl?
Coach, do you consider yourself a YouTuber? Because I would assume that most people with that many subscribers would be more than happy to slap that label on themselves. But I want to hear your take on
Do
that.
I consider myself a YouTuber?
Yeah.
Times 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But-
times 3.
Yeah.
Is
Awesome.
it bad though to say content creator? I understand people don't really probably understand that as much, but
Well, I mean, maybe, but content creator, people don't I think it was you, Coach, a second ago that just said that people don't know what that means. When you say oh, I make videos, they might assume you film stuff around your house, and
right. Good
or if
point.
you say
Yeah.
I got a podcast, that people assume oh, well, anyone can make a podcast. What's that all about? Or oh, I have a
Sure.
live show. Oh, are you on TV?
right.
There's misconceptions, and so I guess YouTuber would be the
Would-
best. thing to
YouTuber's
say,
good, but what about streamer? Is that good too? I don't know. That's probably a little too.
I mean,
broad.
I
don't know.
would do it.
Yeah.
I would say streamer's fine. I know
Mhm.
what that means, but
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just when do you consider yourself what we would define as a content creator?
Mm-hmm.
When was that moment for you guys that you're okay, this is what I do. This is a main focus of my time, and I feel like I'm in a good spot where I can claim that title.
Man, I don't even remember. I mean, it definitely came with some degree of success before I was like,
Daryl,
Daryl.
Howdy, fellers.
y'all are all YouTubers. Every one of you. But when I first started, and like my first couple videos with Nick, they were so awful. No, I did not consider myself a YouTuber. I would have considered myself, I'm a YouTuber that has no clue what I'm doing right now.
Right.
But you know, that I don't know.
Hey, I'm still there.
No,
I'd say for me, just before we get on to the next topic, I'd say for me, right now I do consider myself a YouTuber. I don't know. It feels weird kind of throwing that out because, like I said, people have an idea of what that means, a YouTuber, because they only see whatever giant channels they see when they open up YouTube.
I mean, my family doesn't watch Echo Base Network at all. They have no idea.
Right.
So, you know, if they were to watch it, I think they'd be shocked. Because we try to make it look good, just like you guys try to make your videos.
It's a lot of effort that goes into it.
Yeah,
it's a lot of effort.
Dude,
And
people think, oh, you're a YouTuber. You just sit in front of the camera and talk. No.
Or you film travel vlogs or whatever.
Yeah. Or you drive to Hartselle, Alabama, and whoop Coach in disc golf and put it on YouTube for everybody.
That's true. Yeah, I did see that.
It's jacked up.
True.
Man, as soon as I come on disc golf comes up, what the hell?
And look, and and I'm gonna win, by the way. Then he freaking aces.
Yeah.
That's we
would have had to go to a playoff hole if I didn't get that ace.
Well, I'd have been feeling good about a playoff. Just saying.
Yeah, that's true. Daryl, do you consider yourself to be a YouTuber?
Oh, absolutely not.
Whatever.
Whatever. I'm just a guy who decided to get on here and record myself being myself and just talking and having a good time.
That's what YouTubers do.
Some people seem to enjoy that. And that's okay.
Yeah.
I will never forget Valiant Renegade didn't know me all that great. And I sent him a message and told him, I said, guess who's coming to Echo Base Network? And he was like, who? I said, we got PewDiePie. And he believed me. It was the funniest thing.
Awesome.
PewDiePie. I don't think I answered that question. Yeah, I do. When I tell people, I tell people I have a channel. So yeah, I generally say, I'm a YouTuber and stuff. So
yeah.
So I consider myself a YouTuber. You know, you got to have a little bit of pride there. You have to have a little pride. So
yeah, I think for me there were two moments when I kind of felt like, okay, I'm okay with claiming the title of YouTuber when I tell people what I do with my spare time. I think one was when I changed my channel name from my actual name to Coffee on Korriban, because that was kind of what it kind of sums up what the theme of my channel is. At that point, I had started making videos of me drinking a cup of coffee and talking about Star Wars, and that incorporates both of those, coffee, obviously, and then Korriban is the Sith homeworld. If you know a little bit about the EU of Star Wars, then that name will be familiar. And then the other moment was when people started to recognize me by my content rather than my face or my name or something. Like they would be like, "Oh yeah, hey, I watch your show."
Can you say that over again and say mustache?
Yeah.
Mustache as well. Yeah, everyone knows me by my
You did that to yourself, homie.
Yeah, just like everybody knows me for this.
It's my brand, yeah.
Yeah, and everybody knows me for them Theodore cheeks. Yeah.
Theodore cheeks.
Yeah, according to Coach's foster kids, I drink beer.
Did y'all see that? Did y'all see that? That was hilarious.
Good morning, X-Wing.
Hey,
oui, voulez-vous français?
X-Wing.
Yeah.
Broba Fett says, "Did you consider the name Coffee on Coruscant?"
It's a good one.
No, not until after I had already renamed my channel. I was like, oh, I could have done Coruscant, I guess, but Korriban, I mean, it would have been better, I guess, from like a marketing standpoint, because more people know Coruscant, and also the two C's kind of it would fit better. But I feel like Korriban is such a cooler name because if you
better.
know what Coffee on Korriban is a little smoother to say than Coffee on Coruscant.
Yeah.
How about Coffee on Moraband?
I could, but it would probably be like Mocha's on Warband.
Okay, that's actually
Can we stop
Mocha's on
saying
Minban.
coffee, please?
Yeah, you need more
Oh
coffee.
yeah, we know about coffee.
I'm about to have to go make a cup, and that's not going to be good.
But I don't know. I considered Coruscant after I had already changed my channel name, but I think it's almost like an Easter egg. Like people that know the name Korriban are like, "Oh, sweet, the original Sith homeworld." Like, I'm glad you put that. That's cool. I don't know. I like Coffee on Korriban. It's just different.
Good, man. It's good to have a theme. That's another thing people need to understand. That's important. It's definitely important.
Yeah.
So if I drink coffee from the coffee on my Coffee on Korriban mug, is it going to make the coffee so good I've turned to the dark side?
Absolutely, as long as you're drinking dark roast.
Do it.
I drink dark roast. I drink light roast in the morning, and I drink dark roast later in the day.
Yeah, that's fair. I can respect that.
I wonder if Ian
Americano's
McDermott will
on
take
all
a
day.
group picture with everybody that's going to be at the con.
Probably.
Hope so.
For a good price, probably.
Yeah.
He seems to be a good guy.
Yeah.
We'll say do it.
Yeah.
Of course. I'm sure he gets that a lot.
Croissants.
Or just look at him and go, "Oh, peace."
Jawa. Jake D, make your own channel and call it Jawa.
Yeah, Jake D is my board. I've been telling him. Yeah, I've been telling all my community to do the same thing, make their own channels and stuff.
Yeah, and that's something like that 1 minute video I played earlier in the stream is like, if you've got something to say, do it. Like, make your channel.
I like black dragons.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Croissant on Coruscant.
That's
good.
Yeah. So if anyone in the chat that doesn't have a channel, don't think you need to do anything fancy. Just put a little bit of effort into it and say what you have on your mind.
Yeah.
Do what you love.
Whether there's 10 people that watch or 100 people that watch it doesn't matter.
Or people that watch.
Or no people that watch it.
I've streamed so many times with nobody there, and I just pretended like I was talking to 1,000 people.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You got to learn to talk to yourself. It's always something.
Just talk to the camera and pretend there's an audience there, even if there's not.
Yep.
Yep.
And it is so easy to fall into. I was amazed how easy that was to do.
Yep.
And I didn't even share my getting into Star Wars content, and creating content at the beginning of the stream. I just realized I didn't share it. I mentioned that it was Echo Base Network that got me into it. The first Echo Base Network stream that I tuned into, because I'd seen a few videos pop up here and then, was when you, Coach, were editing that Dave and Bob robot promo. I think you were doing the robots.
Ones. Oh, Vincent and
the Black Hole.
Yeah, Vincent. Yeah. That's what it is. But you were editing that, and
so cool to watch,
I just tuned on. You were editing that. I'm like, oh, cool. That's like such a simple way to make that, and it works so well. Who is this Echo Base Network? I'll subscribe. And then, in a couple weeks after that, it was the I forgot who you had on, but you mentioned pop-ins. I'm like, I could be on YouTube. Like, that's so dope. Like, how do I do this? And you're like, oh, you need to be a member. Okay, I'm a member. Oh, you need to be like whatever level of member, a Jedi Master. Okay, I'm a Jedi Master. Like, there I am. And it was like during the one live
and I'm
stream.
back there going, got him.
And it was during that whole live stream I became a member, and then
That's
like
awesome.
I'm like, oh man, I don't have a computer. And then like someone said you could do it on mobile. I'm like, okay, where's the link and stuff? And I joined, and I don't even know what I said. I was probably so weird, just me and a blank wall and my phone. But then after that, I was like, you know what? I've been wanting to talk about Star Wars with friends for a while. Why don't I just start? I don't know. Here's like my Star Wars every movie ranked or something. And the quality was terrible. Like I'm sure all of ours were on our first videos. And then I'm like, man, like 10 people watched that video. That's so cool. And then like I joined the Discord, and there's so many more people, and then X-Wing's channel popped up, and then 2 Star Wars nerds, and just the, you know, Star Wars guys, a bunch of channels started popping up, and just the community started forming. And it blows my mind now that people know me for my content rather than just like, oh, hey, you're that one guy. So it's really humbling, and I'm trying to hold on to that humbling, because
right.
I mean,
Hey, guys,
I'm talking about a fake galaxy. So
let me say this too, to kind of piggyback on what you're saying. Let me plug. Can I plug? Shameless plug here.
Do it.
Echo Base
Really?
TV might not ever do anything, but it has a chance to be extremely special.
Yeah,
it already is.
I think so too. I think so too.
Absolutely.
But it's got a chance, like, to be like, some people like got upset with me when I said it, but me and Nick talked about it. It could be bigger than Echo Base Network in terms of like eyes on, numbers, everything. And man, we would love to be able to stream a 2-hour live show every night
day.
one day. Yeah.
That would be crazy. Yeah.
That was sick.
Yeah, and you know, just adding to the points of what Korriban said, it's like, you know, you go from you're looking for something when you're during this pandemic. You're like, I don't know, and you just you go on YouTube, and here pops up Geeks and Gamers. Then after that, that leads to all these other channels, and then after a while, it leads to Echo Base Network, and you're just like, wow, they're actually doing pop-ins now on YouTube, and like Korriban said, that's crazy. And they're talking about Star Wars, and like this community, and I said this before, actually made me care more about Star Wars again, because after the Gina Carano thing and other things, I was just like, oh, Disney Star Wars is just pissing me off lately. And so I find this community, and I see people caring about other things of Star Wars, from the prequels to the original trilogy and other stuff, and how people feel about the sequels, or actually feel good, but they're passionate about it. It's like, this has made me care about Star Wars more again. So it's like I'm actually getting more excited, because I can usually be a pretty negative person.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I mean, I was disheartened by what was going on in Star Wars after The Mandalorian Season 2. Then all of a sudden, things started falling apart rather quickly. And I was like, what the hell's going on? And then I found you guys, and it's like, this is sick. This is cool. This is what I've been looking for, and I didn't even know I was looking for it.
Exactly.
And then I was on the first panel after I became a member, and I was like, oh no. I looked back at it and I watched it, and I was like, oh no.
Yeah. Oh, no.
It was terrible. But you know, after that, you know, I was like, learned to do that, and it inspired me, because I'd had my channel. I started it right after season 2 ender of Mandalorian. December 23rd of last year is when I started this channel. So it was like, it just, after being on Echo Base that one time, it got my feet wet and injected me with, you know, the gumption to do something. And so I just, I went with it, and I just started running, and it's just been picking up speed. I'm a little stagnant right now. I mean, I'm kind of plateaued, but it's okay. I mean, I don't care. I'm just here to talk to my friends about Star Wars and sci-fi. And just
well, Star
enjoy
Wars
my
is
time.
stagnant right now. So patience.
Yes.
It's coming.
Oh, it's about not to be.
Star Wars was my, and I say this in all my videos, Star Wars was my gateway drug into science fiction. I would not be a Star Trek fan if I didn't get into the original trilogy, you know, when I bought the tapes in the mid-90s. So that Star Trek Hexology trailer, which is the 3rd video I ever made, was inspired by the 1995 VHS Star Wars trailer that showed basically all 3 films, you know, clips from all 3 films. And when I was a kid, I think I was 10 or 11. That got me pumped to wanting to watch, you know, all the movies and stuff. So, and this is the one that came out right before the special editions, because this was 95. So,
wow, yeah. It's a while back.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's yeah, I mean, even you go on a live stream too for Star Wars or anything. If you're really nervous, like you say the word like a whole bunch of times, even if you haven't streamed in a few years, like it's okay to be nervous. It's all right.
I still
you
get
don't
nervous
need to
all
feel
the time.
weird. Yeah.
And this is why I like having people on and being on a panel, is because it's more of a discussion rather than, okay, I have to present everything exactly right. And I mean, if you ever watched, not that I would ever post it, maybe I'll do a bloopers reel, but for my edited videos, if you watched like a raw, like 40-minute take of everything, because I just record it all in one go and then chop it up later, it is extremely awkward. It's a lot of like, okay, so the one thing that I think about is
that reminds me of the Dave Stonic commercial.
yeah, it's just so awkward
And we broke
for
Korriban.
recorded stuff.
Right.
But when you're talking to people like you normally would if they're sitting right in front of you, like I forget during these live streams that you guys are wherever you're at in the country or the galaxy rather. But it's so much easier to just talk to people because you all have the same common interests. It's just so much easier.
Yeah, that's why I live stream instead of do produced videos, because it's easier, it flows better.
You get way more
and-
watch hours.
Oh God, I'm almost at 1,000 watch hours right now.
Dude, that's
great,
dope.
dude.
That's more than
It's
me.
like, holy crap! I
That's
only
good,
have
man.
154 subs though.
Right.
Yeah,
You'll get
but
there.
your watch hours will be there. Yeah.
I'm only at like 1,200 myself, so I mean, I have ways to go before
why
being
don't we just
monetized.
flex?
Yeah. Why don't we flex, nerd? Get out of here. No,
It's
just kidding.
it's almost unfair how much, or I'd say rather how little watch time you get from edited videos compared to live streams. Because there's so much more work that goes into an edited video, especially if you're adjusting volume levels with background music and overlays and titles and text scrolling. There's so much work that goes into it, and it gets maybe not a quarter of the watch time as a live stream does.
And for me, it's because I write my scripts and stuff. I have to figure out what I'm going to use to illustrate. So like, my Raiders of the Lost Ark video, I opened it with, talking about 70s cinema or basically a little, very few sentences talking about 70s history and stuff. And I talked about Watergate. I was thinking, well, how am I going to illustrate Watergate? So based on my knowledge of film, I thought, well, maybe I can use all the president's men. Well, I couldn't find I couldn't download a copy of or a clip of that. So I thought the next best thing, and I was able to download a clip. Forrest Gump. Remember when Forrest Gump says, "Hey, the building across the street, they're flashing their lights, and I can't sleep and stuff." That's what I used to.
Right.
That's what I used to illustrate Watergate. But it's basically being creative and how you're going to illustrate what you're saying and stuff. So
yeah,
and that's part of the fun.
Yeah, and since Spock is in here, and I haven't talked to Spock that much recently, I appreciate people like Spock or anybody who has a passion for Star Trek or how much he loves it, how he breaks things down. Like I try my best to notice things, and when people analyze stuff, and it's just, I love the passion. And if we could inspire like the whole internet to have a passion, I just think people might be a lot happier in life in general. Just more energy, more passion. It'd be just great.
That and you and Ghost Rider are about to launch your channel full time.
Oh, you just had to bring that up, dude.
Oh, absolutely, I did, man. I told you I promote the hell out of you. The Phantom Hooligans, baby.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Yes, we're gonna be connected to the Vac Tube, though. It'll probably be the Vac Tube, and then afterwards will be the Phantom Hooligans.
Well,
and
you're
this
the
is
Phantom
something
Hooligans now.
For those of us that do streaming, Coach, obviously your channel takes precedence because it's your channel. I'll just say, I'll retract that. But in my Discord, there's a text channel in my Discord server called Livestream Peeps, and for anyone that does live streaming throughout the week, we can kind of talk about like, hey, is anyone going to be at this time, because I don't want to step on anyone's toes, or like, hey, I'm doing a show on this time, and does anyone want to guest appear on my show, or anyone want to co-host or whatever. So you guys are always welcome to jump on then, are on that channel
sweet.
to discuss of like, hey, is anyone at this day at this time or whatever? And I'm trying to be more consistent about when I stream. Obviously, with 2 kids and a job,
Right.
and real life, there's more stuff to put ahead of just talking on the internet. But I'm really trying to make it so I have a Friday late night show because I can sleep in on Saturdays, which is awesome. And then a Monday night debrief show after Echo Based TV. Anything that you guys have been dealing with over the weekend or on Mondays or whatever, just come on and we'll just talk. It's a really informal show, but I just like this last Monday was the first week we did it. And it's kind of like, just come on, we'll just hang out for an hour and close out the Monday. So
I'm glad you mentioned that. I need to pay attention to that now.
Yes,
even though I'm consistent in my live streams every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Central and every Saturday at 2 p.m. Central. But if somebody else is going to come on and I don't really have a big enough show or doesn't really have anything planned, I can postpone mine so it doesn't,
Yeah, and Master Paul and Matt Cave and I are mainly the ones who use that server or text channel to communicate, because I don't want to go at the same time as the Star Wars guys because we have a lot of the same audience.
Right.
So it's just been helpful so far to kind of communicate that.
Oh, absolutely.
Not saying we can't stream at the same time because we do whatever, but it's nice to have that communication because we're all part of the same community. Quick question for you guys: what do other people think? This is kind of playing off the last topic of, do you consider yourself a YouTuber? Like, do you tell other people what you do when you make videos? The follow up to that would be, what do other people think when you tell them that? Coach, I know you said your students are all into it now, but they made fun of you at the beginning.
Well, people, I mean, I'll just be honest, guys. I don't even like saying this at all, but people look at me differently when they ask me how many subscribers we have, and I tell them we got, and I'm like, I try to be modest about it. I'm like, I don't know, 15,000 or something like that. Now, the kids look at me different, and then they take me seriously. But you don't. I mean, oh gosh, I have this conversation with my students, like, because a big part of being in school is being able to speak in front of people. You've already talked about it tonight. So I tell my students, the trick to this whole thing is, don't care what anybody thinks. Like, make sure you like what you're doing first, and if you're not like somebody that's in my, on my list, like my inner circle, I care what Mama Bear thinks. You know what I'm saying? I care what you guys think. But Joe Schmo didn't like, an interview I did, or didn't like what, I don't care. That's move along.
Right.
Move along. So,
and this is something I mentioned in this last week's Monday night debrief show, was when there is that harmful criticism, even if it's meant purely vitriolically, if that's even a word, is there any truth to what they say? And if so, extract that and use it. And if there's no truth to it, then disregard it.
Well, I'll tell you this. There's going to be very few times where you can offer me criticism and I didn't already see it.
Yeah.
Because I'm my own biggest critic.
For me, one of my first comments on my video, I said this in the other show, I'll say it again. One of my first comments on my videos when I started posting consistent Star Wars stuff was something along the lines of, like, your intro is way too long. 50 seconds to get to the video content is way too much. I couldn't watch past that. It's trash, or something really insane like that. But I took that and rewatched the video. I'm like, you know what? That's like almost a full minute of like no content. That's a lot. A minute is 90% of your audience is going to click past that, especially if they're not subscribed. And I took that, I shortened it down. If you've seen any of my edited videos, it's like a 2 times speed or faster of me pressing the coffee. Hello, welcome to Coffee on Korriban. Like it's within like 12 seconds. Like it's pretty quick now, and it makes a huge difference. And so all that to say, if there's any truth to what the criticism is saying, extract that. If there's not, then discard it. So
yeah, for sure.
Because the real ones stayed.
Well, if you're going to be a serious YouTuber, you've got to learn the algorithm.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and it's something I've been trying to look into and get familiar with. 2 Star Wars nerds figured it out.
Mm-hmm. Yes, they're doing very well.
Yeah.
I'm happy
Can you continue this topic? What do other people think? Like, I don't know, Daryl, do you like tell anyone that you do YouTube stuff, and what do they respond with?
Yeah, I do, but I don't really know my audience, but I kind of know who to tell and who not to tell.
Yeah.
My stepdaughter, for instance, who doesn't like me to call her my stepdaughter, she's really cool. She's into anime a lot. Go would love her. But I've told her that I started the channel and everything, and she's like, cool. So, I mean, she tells all her friends about it, and they're like, oh, really? Cool. And it's gotten me a few subs, but I don't really broadcast it a lot because I'm still kind of small. And I just don't see, to me, it almost seems like bragging. It's like, hey, look at what I'm doing over here. And I'm reluctant to do it because of that. I feel like it's bragging. I feel like it's, flexing. So I don't really tell anybody.
Yeah.
Because I'm having fun at what I do.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy it.
Yep.
Yeah. And really, like, by telling people, like, oh, yeah, I'm a YouTuber, like, how many subs are you going to get from that? Like,
right.
Yeah, they're like, oh,
I'm
wow,
a YouTuber, bro.
For lack of a better
might as
term,
well-
and it's late, and for lack of a better term, it's like they come off as like, oh, he's a cocky bastard.
I might
well,
have to,
hi.
I might have to hit you with the no word.
Well, hey, I got
I don't have
I also got the
video.
no cat. No cat.
Yeah, it's like at that point you might as well put up posters with like little like tear off flyer things like subscribe to my YouTube channel.
Yeah, and I just feel like it's bragging, so I don't do it.
Oh, sorry. I'll let you
go
finish.
ahead,
I don't tell. I mean, in my videos I'll say subscribe at the end or something. But like when I'm talking to people, I don't tell them to subscribe or something. I just say, hey, I got a YouTube channel. I talk about nerdy stuff if you're into nerdy stuff, and you're welcome to come on by if you want to and stuff. So
yeah.
But
I never say in the beginning of my videos like, what's going on, guys? If you like the content, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell and like and share and like that. No one likes that.
Beautiful.
Should I start
the body language and everything? That was great.
What's going on, guys? It's your boy.
Yeah,
So
that
really,
generally turns me
it's
off.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to beg for subscriptions. I'll say something toward the end of the video, like I say at the end of every video, I really appreciate your time if you made it this far in the video.
Right.
And for the shorts, I'll have a little card at the end that has my logo and then it says subscribe for more Star Wars. That's fine. But I don't want to beg.
Exactly. Like John 42 says, clip it. Somebody clip that.
Yeah. Someone clip it and
we need that as a GIF.
What's going on, guys? It's your boy.
It's your boy Skrillex.
Oh.
But yeah, when it comes to what other people think and stuff, I mean, when I first I basically told I told my friends, people on Facebook, I told my coworkers. I handed out a bunch of Nerdporeal mugs at work. So if like in the office, you're gonna see a bunch of Nerdporeal people drinking a bunch of Nerdporeal mugs on various desks and stuff. So I was giving those away initially. I gave one to my boss too. I don't think he's seen any of my. I don't think he's seen any of my content. So
yeah.
But I have talked about and this is weird, like. Maybe it's something I shouldn't do, but I have talked about like how when it comes to building, when I'm doing my like one-on-ones with my boss and stuff, when it comes to developing skills and stuff. I kind of talk about like what I had to learn for YouTube, and I try not to talk too much about because business, we have to talk business, company matters and stuff. So, but I kind of use this as a way of just saying that, like, hey, I can do this. I can try to better myself, learn the skills that is required to improve my evaluation and stuff. So
yeah.
But yeah, like sometimes people are like, I've had a few coworkers. I'm like, hey, I did this, and they're like, oh, I'm not interested in stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, well, you didn't have to say it like that. I was thinking that. I didn't say that out loud.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay. But yeah, so like some of my friends in real life have been really supportive. I had my one friend Marty on. We were talking about James Bond last Sunday and stuff. And it's just I'm trying to, I want to tell everyone to start their own YouTube channel. Like I'm trying to get my Nerdporeals to do it, people that are in my Discord and stuff, and it's just a really great hobby. I mean, it's something that like this year went by quick because this 2021 went by quick because of me doing this content. Like I don't like sit around watching YouTube or waste time. I mean, I barely have time to watch stuff now because I'm doing this. So and it's just fun. It's just fun covering stuff and having a conversation with people and just networking. I mean,
networking is great, man. Yep.
And I'm kind of a mix between what all you guys said. Like I'm happy to tell people what I do for fun. Like if they're like, oh, what do you do for your spare time? It's like, well, I make YouTube videos and then it's usually like, oh, like you make money off of that. You get a lot of subscribers and stuff. But that's the whole reason I made that video that I shared earlier is like, there's some preconceptions that come with that. Yeah. But I mean, I'm happy to tell people, but I don't go around telling people like, hey, like I have a YouTube channel. You got to follow it. You guys want to check it out and stuff. And all my family watches all this stuff and they follow and they're really supportive and stuff.
Nice.
But yeah, so that's kind of what the other people around me think. I don't share it too much. Unless it's someone that's like really into Star Wars and I'm like, hey, by the way, I have a show that I do on YouTube, which maybe saying I have a show isn't the best terminology because they're like, oh, on TV or whatever.
I'm the same way. If somebody comes up and says, starts talking about sci-fi and stuff like that, it's like, hey, just to let you know, I'm part of a community here on
Did you
YouTube
know I do a thing?
Yeah. And I actually posted that on Facebook the other day in my regular Facebook, not the EBN Facebook, but on my regular channel, and it's like I got crickets and tumbleweeds, and that's all I got. And I was like, okay, well, I mean, nobody's ready for that, and that's fine.
Yeah,
that's fine. I mean, because I'm not about don't beg for subs, let the moms do it.
I do
absolutely.
I have a confession to make. I don't think I mentioned this, but part of my how I've gotten subs like early. I kind of manipulate the conversation a little bit. When people ask me how I'm doing, I'm like, oh, I'm busy working on my next YouTube video and stuff. And like, you have a channel? I'm like, yes, I do.
Okay, Nerdporeal, you need to come to my show tomorrow.
Yeah,
actually, all of y'all need to come to my show tomorrow because I'm doing a subscriber appreciation stream.
Oh,
sweet. Everybody is invited on. Everybody.
Sweet.
Awesome, what time will it be?
2 p.m. Central.
2 p.m. Central?
All right. Yeah.
Right after Gogo's finished.
Okay.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
Let's see.
Because, even though I'm at 154 and I've been there for a while, I don't care. I just want to let the people know who've subscribed so far that I appreciate them. And I thank them. And I love all you guys, man. I mean, y'all are my brothers and sisters, even though there's no sisters on the panel. Mama Bear's in the chat.
Mama Bear's
right. Mama Bear's in the chat. Yeah.
Mama Bear's always in the chat, baby.
But yeah, y'all are my brothers and sisters forever. I don't care what anybody says. And it's not just in Star Wars, it's just in life.
Yeah.
Because, we connect on a level that is just unfathomed by most of the populace.
And can you only imagine after the April meetup next year.
Oh,
For
wish I
those of
could
us
go
that
to
are going, I can
don't
only
get out
imagine.
much, so I'm excited.
Yeah,
I don't know. I've been pushed by Crit and Matt that I should go, so we'll see.
Absolutely, dude.
Mhm.
Hey,
Yeah.
since I cannot go, you need to go. Go.
I gotta represent the hooligans. Is that wasn't?
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, sorry. Can I get a hell yeah?
heck yeah.
I'm sorry. I had to
know.
do that for all the Hangar Bay people.
Yeah, Daryl, I'll be there. I'll set my alarm or whatever needs to be done. I'll be there, buddy. I'm usually a night person.
Well, we're coming up on the 2-hour mark, so let's try to get through these. We'll try to get through these last just little 2 topics that I have written out, and we'll close it out. I'm getting tired. I know.
Okay.
What is one area you can improve upon for your own content, for your channels or whatever you do? No one wants to
I need
admit
to-
their. Okay,
No,
well,
no,
perfect.
no,
I was
Well,
just I was being patient and waiting. I got a lot
gonna-
to improve on. Trust me.
I want to design some more logos. I want to do a 3D, like I said, I want to do a 3D version of the Nerdporeal figure,
that'd be dope.
and add some more, add some more symbols, and add some more nerdy symbols to the back and stuff, and come up with some other ideas, to increase, to more merch ideas and stuff. But I just want to improve like my reviews and like retrospectives and everything that I've been doing, and just come up with ideas of EBN. You guys I think are great when it comes to like building a community, and I'd love to build a community. Well, as Walter White says, build an empire. The empire building business. But I'd love to build a community. Get people basically have people do stuff. And
Sorry, nerd. It's
Sorry,
no, it's
Nerdporeal.
fine. It's fine.
You're the
What
best,
are we
Chris.
doing?
Oh man, I swear. Okay, man.
But there's just so many. There's an infinite plethora of ideas out there to do, and I just want to find them and implement them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because once you kind of have your little groove of how you make your stuff and your style of doing things, it's just those little improvements of like, hey, how can I make this look more appealing, or bring more people in, or what can I do to make me feel more satisfied with the quality that I'm putting out?
Yeah. What can you come up with better content? How can you be more engaging?
Yep.
On your stream.
Yeah, I'm
Come up with some
in the
better
process.
topics. Whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in the process of not rebranding, but making a new logo and getting a new intro and everything. Because my intro is pretty long for my live streams.
Mhm.
So I'm in the process of redoing that and making it a little shorter and kind of just cleaning up and tidying up some stuff.
I might
making it
ask for your
more-
help, Daryl, on that.
Huh?
Making an intro. You're pretty good at it, so.
Dude, I did that intro in like 10 minutes.
Oh wow.
Well, because that's the song that's on there, the music that's on there is my old
Mhm.
band.
All right, Coach,
Right.
you say something you can improve upon, and I will be right back.
Nick needs a better microphone.
Does he? Okay, I think I don't know,
You made me
Coach.
swear.
Some of the topics that Nick comes up with they're interesting. I'll just leave it at that.
Yes, I agree.
Well, I get firsthand to
I
that
think
here in a
Nick's
couple
a
of
good
weeks
dude,
at Retropalooza. So,
but oh, okay.
yeah, hell, you need to come to Retropalooza, Cash.
Do I?
Yeah, come on to Texas, brother.
All right. I've never been to Texas, so
It's
If anybody in
great.
the chat has a way for us to improve,
yes.
That's the thing. I just feel like I crossed, a barrier. Like we just made a slew of improvements, like at a very rapid pace.
Oh yeah, dude.
So it's-
it looks so good.
Yeah, it's hard for me
Yes.
right now to get. If you had asked me 3 weeks ago, then I could have said a lot. But right now, what could we improve? Well, one thing is give us content worthy of creating something for.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah, and here's something too. Is like to each his own on this. Everybody's not going to be like this, but I can't do the negative very much.
Mm-hmm.
I can do it. I can do a negative. I'll get in the mood and I'll come out with one, but I can't do it like 3 videos in a row where I'm griping, mad, fire KK. And I can't do it. Because I don't enjoy that, and I want to make something I enjoy, and I put my heart into it,
Yeah.
And so, anyways, that's I don't know if that answers the question or not, but yeah.
I mean, Coach, my gosh, man, you guys have done so much.
Yes.
It's just incredible.
Yep.
I can't even put it into words what you guys have done for this community.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you, man.
I found you guys when y'all were just over 10,000 subs, and y'all exploded after y'all went on with Star Wars Theory, and I was like, these guys are gonna bang. They're gonna go all the way to the top.
Yeah.
Nah.
I just don't
it's
want.
True. You guys, Echo Base Network and X-Wing,
Mm-hmm.
I see those 2 channels reaching the stars. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
I really do. Because you guys are just, y'all both have such great communities, and everybody melds together so well. It's just, you can't make this up. It is just so good.
But since Coach is here, I gotta add, just don't tell Coach where you are, because he'll probably scare you at night like Dwight.
Yeah.
I was about to say, Coach knows where I am.
I got him.
I'm 2 states away. He was like, that's too far.
Yeah. Dwight let me know he was down the street, but he didn't know. I was like, where are you at?
Oh, man.
And,
well, then again, I'm going to get Loki and Nick here in a couple weeks. So,
hey, that stream that night ended at like 1:15 in the morning.
Oh, my God.
And I went and got in the car and drove right to Dwight.
That was so late. And you're like, hey, guys, I got to end the stream. I got something to do. And it's like, oh, okay, sorry, Coach. And then next thing you know, we see the video of you with Dwight. And it's like, oh, okay, now we know.
That's why I came up with the reality show. Coach scares members. So, it's...
Yep.
I'm back.
X-Wing, you're welcome, brother. Timothy, after you're done, if everybody wants to keep streaming, they can come over to the VacTube. I'll start my stream up again.
Yeah, absolutely.
I understand. No, I understand you're tired, dude.
I'm wrapping up in a few minutes anyway, so
yeah. And I'm still wired up. So
well, then that's cool. I'll be there, dude.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Why not?
After this ends, then head over to the VacTube.
All right.
I love
check
you
out
guys.
some stuff. Yeah. So one area I can improve upon to touch on that is I need a better studio. And it's hard because we live in an apartment right now, so there's not like I have a whole dedicated room to that. This is our dining room table. This is like the wall that's like right near the front door, and I have to like take the computer down and the posters and stuff after I do like a show or a video or whatever. So it's kind of tough. It's not like I can even paint the walls or anything because they're real strict on that. So that's something I can improve upon eventually when we get into a different place. Or in the meantime, I guess I can improve upon like the camera for live streams and the software. That's why I'm trying to get into Streamlabs. And
I'm still fighting with Streamlabs. It's terrible.
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know about that yet.
God, it just makes me want to punch my monitor.
But it's just little slow increments that gradually make it better. And I'm really happy with the community that I have already, even with the quality that I consider to be just okay, but that I know can get better. So that's just.
Have you tried the corner of your bedroom? Literally behind me is the corner of a room. That's it.
I don't have that much space.
You could set your computer or your camera up on the corner of your bed and just sit there in the corner with a couple of posters behind you, or a green screen even.
Sweetie, can
Green
I film
screens are
on your
cheap.
side of the bed? I don't think so.
Yeah, green screens are cheap. They're like
Yeah,
$13.
I don't know. I just like to having the actual paintings and stuff behind me.
No, dude, like
But,
Coach, take a
I don't
picture
know.
of it and just have a green screen behind you.
Yeah,
That
and
way
then
you
add
can
like
post on them
flashing
anywhere.
lights on a repeat loop video.
Yeah, absolutely.
I could do that.
Absolutely,
I guess
man.
the final topic we'll talk about tonight, and then we'll start wrapping it up, is what is your advice for new creators? We've kind of touched on that a little bit throughout the stream, basically along the lines of do it. But
Promote. Use tools that'll help you promote. Twitter, even though things can be a cesspool, or Facebook or whatever.
Yeah.
Promote in your Discord channels. Promoting is very important.
Coach?
Wow, I could go so many different directions here. I guess practice reflection. Be able to look at your own content and know what you want to get out of it. Keep your main objective first.
Mhm.
You know, if it's subscribers, then okay, let it be that. If it's money, let it be that. If it's community, let it be that. If it's what is Echo-Based Network's number one thing? What do you guys think?
Community.
Community.
Yeah, that's thank you for saying that.
Yeah.
Because
Absolutely.
you know, and that's what Nick and I set out to do in the very beginning, and somehow we've done it. I would say just keep your main objective the main thing, and try not to get sidetracked and distracted from that main thing, because you can.
Yeah.
And the other thing too is, like, YouTube runs in seasons. There's going to be down times. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to mess up. Like, I just did a video today where the outro audio music was too loud. You could barely even hear me talking. You know, that was a mistake on my part. And
Yeah, I saw that and I was like,
yeah, I posted a comment.
I had to replay it again just to make
pinned it.
sure. I was like,
Yeah.
wait a minute, was that
I
too
wasn't
loud?
about to make that video all over again either. So I was like, "Oop, well, I'm releasing it."
Yeah.
So
There's always things like that when I edit my videos. It's like, as I'm exporting it, I catch something, or right after I uploaded it or whatever, and it's like, oh,
well, and
am
the
I
other thing
the
is,
only person that's gonna notice that?
actually, you know what? Here's my number one advice. I just now figured it out. It's study.
Tega.
It's study.
Dude,
What's
welcome
up,
to the
brother?
stream. Good to see you.
Hey,
Here's
we're
a
about to
sip for you.
continue this
What's up?
on my channel.
Titles, tags, description, all those things.
Mhm.
Thumbnails especially, hugely important. You could have the greatest video in the world, but if it's got a poor title, you've already shot yourself in the foot.
Or a bad thumbnail.
Yep. Bad
Yeah.
thumbnail.
Any of those
Absolutely.
things.
Mhm.
I am terrible with descriptions. Terrible.
Well, I'll try to help you out.
Titles, it's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, thumbnails, they're all
I,
right.
I would
All
say
right.
I'm starting to become comfortable with my thumbnails that I've made, and I'm trying to keep them consistent. I have same exact as my logo. It's like white letters, black outline, blue background, and the same thing but with red background for the bottom text. If you look at the thumbnail for this stream, I try to keep the same theme so people can look at it and know subconsciously blue on the top, red on the bottom. That's my stuff, and try to make it pop, add the little things on the side. I know sometimes I make them a little too cluttered for my thumbnails, but still
No,
figuring
your
it out.
thumbnails are always good, man.
What do you use to create your thumbnails?
Um,
I'm still very rookie when it comes to thumbnails.
I use a few different apps. For the live stream ones, I'll have like a picture in the center of usually my face or whatever guest I'm having on or whatever. And I use an app called Photo Collage. It's just whatever free one I found on the app. It's just, you probably can't even see it, but I don't know. It's just a normal, like, adding pictures together type of app, and I just have a background and throw the picture on it. I've got another one that's kind of like cut and paste just to put things on different images, and then one called Fonto, which is basically just adding text over an image. Probably more involved than it needs to be, like if it was on a computer or whatever, but again, all my edited stuff is on my phone. In 4K though.
Incredible. That's incredible. You do everything from your phone. That's amazing.
Everything edited is from my phone. The live stuff is from the computer, but any edited video is all off the phone.
Dude,
and all in 4K. Everything is in 4K.
Amazing.
Which was crazy because filming the video with Master Paul, I was surprised my phone did it. Because when I do the edited videos, I set it, I hit record, and I let it go. It allowed me to do like 45 minutes straight of filming in 4K without cutting off or anything. And I just kept checking it every 5 minutes. I'm like, yep, still going. Let's keep talking.
Nice.
But,
that is awesome.
Yeah, everything's on my phone, all the editing and everything. And the coolest thing about doing everything on my phone is with this mic that I'm using right here. It's USB. Within a USB to USB-C adapter, it plugs straight into my phone, and I just use the normal camera, and it records the audio off the mic. So I don't have to sync up audio or anything. It's actually really nice and convenient.
Oh, that's so cool.
So, yeah, it's so pretty cool. Pretty dope.
Wow.
But my advice for new creators is, first off, do it, because who cares if you have a bunch of viewers on day one or whatever? If you got something to say or something you want to make, then just go for it. And then second, if you have a decent smartphone, start there. Like, don't worry about getting like a DSLR or spending money on a Shure SM7B or something. Like, don't worry about that. This mic was literally $10 off Facebook Marketplace used, and I would say try that. Try to just USB mic with an adapter into your phone and see if your camera will allow you to video that, so you have good audio, good picture, because smartphones do good video now. You know, the quality is really good. And just a simple editor app on your phone, and play around with it and see if it's something that you would sit through watching, and do it. If it's live streams that you're wanting to do, have some topics, write a little set thing of things you want to talk about during that stream. And especially if you can get a guest on, StreamYard is really good for that.
Yes.
And just talk and see who wants to listen. That's it. Just go for it.
I mean, the camera I use is like $30 off Amazon. It's just a little thing that sits on top of your monitor, and that's it. And it's 1080p. It's not 4K, but hey, who wants to see my face in 4K, really?
Gosh, no. I'm sure it's fun.
I'll tell you what I think of that comment on my stream. I'm not going to go there. I'm going to keep it clean for here.
But I would say just ask questions. If you have something if you have something you'd like to say, or something that really interests you, just do whatever you want to do. And I tell this to my Nerdporeals and people on my Discord. They ask me questions, and I just say, talk about something that you really want to talk about. If you feel whether either write it out or just wing it and talk about, make it seem more conversational, more laid back and stuff. Whatever you want to do, the world is your oyster. There's no wrong way to do anything.
Yeah,
it's you.
Ask other content creators, assuming they don't have like 1 million subs and they're all like stuck up and not wanting to talk to you. But especially with the community that we have, especially with the community that we have surrounding Echo.
What did you say, Daryl? What?
Star Wars theory.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
got it.
Hey, everybody who's in the chat, go buy one of these right now.
Thank you.
Go buy a mug now.
That's the one I gave away earlier.
I bought this.
If anyone
didn't give it to me, I bought it.
Yes, if anyone wants that, the link is in the description. And I made the
Absolutely.
price on those as low as I possibly could, so I'm making only like 20 cents off each mug, which is worth it. Doesn't matter.
There's I sent Tim a picture of the mug in front of my famous Nerdporeal nerdy shelf. That's my banner. So
yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's now official.
I'm surprised with how many people have bought them so far. I really am honored that you
That's
guys
great, man.
got my mug, because I mean the channel's built around coffee. So
I consider you a friend, and I will do everything I can to support a friend.
and likewise.
Mhm.
Yep. And that's
Thank
that's
you.
the brilliant thing about this community.
Absolutely.
Are there
Yeah,
any
if you guys
planets
wanted
in,
to,
are there any planets in Star Wars that have an M that start with an Matcha on
Korriban.
Mandalore? That's another one.
Or
Matcha on
Korriban, yeah.
Mandalore.
matcha on
Every
that.
time I hear matcha, I think of the movie Caveman. If you have not watched the movie Caveman, do it. You will be terrified, and saddened, and sometimes laugh.
Is that the one with Ringo Starr?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Mando Mike says, do you ship to, I'm assuming that's Australia? Is it
Yes.
Australia?
What's up,
Or
man?
Austria?
Yes.
Good day,
Yeah,
mate.
it's awesome. It's probably Australia.
Okay, Australia.
Just putting
It's
another
through
shrimp on the barbie.
Teespring. Yeah, it's through. That's so funny. Let's not.
I'm sorry, let us still start.
the,
Oh my gosh.
the shipping is through Teespring, so it's. I would assume they do Australia because I think they're mostly worldwide.
Yeah.
But you can check on their calculate shipping it. I'm sure it'll tell you on there before you buy it. So again, links in the description if you want a mug.
Didn't Australia revert back to a penal colony? Whoops.
You said
Sorry.
penal.
I'm
I'm sorry. That is my juvenile sense of humor. I'm
How
sorry.
far can I push this?
All
I got
right.
a face palm from Timothy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was a face palm. Anything you guys would like to add on advice for new creators, and then we'll start to wrap this up.
Don't copy anybody. Only take
And
little
Yes.
pieces.
Yes.
Only take little pieces that you like that they do.
Yeah,
Have
absolutely.
Yeah.
fun.
Don't think that just because somebody's channel is bigger that you can't do great things on yours.
Absolutely.
And I said this before on I don't remember whose stream it was. Just because someone has talked about the same topic that you want to talk about doesn't mean you can't make a video on that, because you have your own unique individual perspective on that topic.
Absolutely.
So go for it. So what if Star Wars Explained did a video on that? So what if Star Wars Theory talked about that already? What was
Exactly.
that?
Good chance that he did.
There's a good chance that he did. But
Sorry, I got allergies.
he doesn't have your Star Wars story. He doesn't have your perspective,
Exactly.
or Star Trek or anime or whatever your thing is that you want to talk about. So just because someone already has a thing and they touched on that subject doesn't mean you can't do it, because you might come up with a different way of looking at it while you're putting that video together that no one's talked about before. And very briefly talking on the theory stuff, because I don't really want to get into a whole lot of rumors and stuff, and I'm trying to keep it brief. My dad asked me the other day if I watched Theory, if I watched his channel. He's like, "Oh, there's this big channel. Have you seen this channel?" I said, I don't watch that channel anymore because of some behind the scenes stuff, and without getting into it, there's stuff I've heard from multiple people, multiple sources. And I don't get anything from his channel that I don't get from other channels, especially channels that I'm associated with, that I'm friends with the creators of those channels. And I'd much rather invest in those friendships than one more subscriber to the 5 million or whatever it is. So that's all I'm going to say about that. I don't get anything from his channel specifically that I don't get from anywhere else. Nothing against his content or anything. It's just I'd rather invest in people that I know. That's all I'll say on that.
I respect the hell out of that, brother.
I liked his Vader episode, though.
Yes, and I'm still looking forward to the next one when 2030 or whenever. But
God, did you see that trailer? It was so good.
No, and that's not to say that he can't have great content, because I'm sure, and there's a market for that, obviously. But the community is more important to me.
Do you
And I'd
guys
rather invest in what we're doing.
What'd you guys think of the Star? I forgot, was it Scene 38 or something? Star
Oh
Wars
God, I
Scene
love
38.
One of the most brilliant pieces of fan-made Star Wars content I've ever seen.
Yes. Next
Amazing.
to Bucketheads, yes.
Yeah.
Bucketheads was pretty good.
Oh God, I love that. I love that so much.
I'm more interested in investing in content creators instead of Hollywood, because content creators are more passionate about and they know what makes Star Wars tick.
Absolutely, they're better than Hollywood.
Yeah,
because they
Hollywood doesn't
understand
know
the
what they're
content.
doing.
Yes.
In my opinion,
they've got problems.
Your opinion is with the majority.
Yep, I completely agree. All right, well, we're going to start to wrap it up. I need sleep, and my daughter wakes up pretty early every morning and asks for cereal with bananas, or bananas,
Hey.
as she calls them. So
Ain't nothing wrong with banana cereal, man.
Yeah. So I guess any closing thoughts, and you guys can have a good rest of your night, and make sure everyone goes over and checks out the vac tube after this.
Thank you. Speaking of which, I'll go ahead and go first. Thank you, Timothy, for having me on. I really appreciate it very much, sir. And hopefully you'll come on my channel whenever you want.
Absolutely.
The invite is always open. So, like I said, have fun with what you do. And if you're not having fun, you're not doing it for the right reasons.
Yeah, absolutely.
I agree.
Yep, for sure.
Echoing what Coach said, what is your reason for starting? If that's what it is, keep it up, because you don't want to change based on what the market demands or where the market is, because then you'll lose your way, and what's the point after that?
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Coach?
What are we doing?
Oh, well. Now
I
we're
was listening.
encouraging you
I
to
was
get
listening,
coffee.
but y'all just basically quoted me. I don't know what to say now.
Right.
Thank you for having me. It's been a
course.
pleasure being here with you fine gentlemen. Daryl drinks beer.
Yes.
And
Coach needs coffee or sleep, which it's
Coach
probably going to be coffee.
No.
I think Coach needs sleep.
No,
Interesting.
I am sitting in the dark playing Diablo, hanging out with y'all.
Dude, really? I didn't know you was playing Diablo.
I'm level 70.
You're not streaming it. I'm still level like 3. So
I'm not streaming it. No, I don't want to be on camera.
Coach is asleep already.
That's what I thought earlier.
What's going on, guys? Everybody, thanks for watching the stream. Make sure you like and subscribe and comment and everything, and share it out on Twitter. Make sure all your followers know my name. If they don't know my name, then they ain't nobody.
That's what I don't like.
So
annoying. What you're doing right there, I don't like the people that you can.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
5 seconds after watching them, they think very highly of themselves.
Oh yes.
I can't stand that.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a few channels that are like that I'm subscribed to, that I follow, not Star Wars related, but the content is very entertaining, so I can look past it. But most channels like that, it is a huge turnoff for me. And their market audience is middle schoolers. So, I mean.
Well, it's, yeah, definitely. I don't know. Geeks and Gamers, I think channels like those, they have some good stuff going on. I think they do care about their community. I've seen Jeremy on your channel, Coach. It's been a while, but a few times.
Yeah, they're doing a meetup in Times Square on actually tomorrow. Drunk 3PO and the Dark Council.
Yeah.
I told Matt Cave about it since he lives right there by him.
Nice. Yeah, you should go do that.
Cash, Nerdporeal, you guys got anything to close with?
You want to go first, Nerd?
Sure.
No pressure.
We're just closing, just
any closing thoughts you have on content creating or whatever?
Of course. If once again, I've already said this, if you're interested in content creating, start with do a little bit of research, and of course, like I said earlier, ask questions like what you need. So to to be a decent YouTuber, just think of whatever ideas you have, write them down, and put them to work in one way or another. Whatever makes you happy, whatever makes the time go by quick for you. So
Yeah.
I mean, like you guys like Star Wars. In my case, I like Star Wars. I like Star Wars prior to 2012. But Star Wars, Star Trek, well, prior to 2009. I hate saying this. Nintendo. I'm a big Nintendo guy. I'm a big Nintendo guy. I love Metroid, Mario, Zelda, those games. And I love to talk about them, like, because they make me happy, and just basically talk about stuff that makes you happy. It's very, very important, because your happiness will spread like a retrovirus onto other people. Okay, I didn't mean to say retrovirus. I saw the Bond movie, so but people, even if you feel that you can't speak and stuff, or you have a hard time speaking to other people, I know I have had a hard time speaking to other people. I try to talk to somebody and they would just walk away because they're either uninterested or they want to talk to somebody else. So that there was always that little insecurity I've had. So I feel like, because I've been doing this, I can, I just building. This is a great way to build skills that you didn't know you had.
Yes.
Like I didn't even know I had a gift of gab. So I mean, I just like I said, I did my first live stream talking about Bond all by myself, and so I didn't plan it. I just said what came to my mind that was that was kind of relevant to Bond and stuff. So, but yeah, follow. Write any ideas you have down. I organize my stuff. I have a folder, and I have so many I have subfolders and stuff, and I keep things organized, and it because I'm incentivized to keep things organized, so that I can find things really quickly, and put videos together. So like images, clips, and stuff. Well, clips, I create my own clips with the Adobe Premiere Pro. So, but I basically I have a means of downloading videos and stuff. So 4K downloader. See, so
4K.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it's just learning the live stream, learning to use Streamlabs. I mean, that was a big learning curve, and learning to use StreamYards, which I use Streamlabs for video game streaming, and I use StreamYards for when I want to bring other people on, or like Coach said, highlight comments and stuff in the chat. So now it's I'll just say it's a great hobby. It's just one of the best hobbies. It's just so great. And I know you guys want to go to bed, so I will shut up. I'll stop.
Cash.
Yeah, just if you're lost with any topics, and you're just starting out, do research. There's a ton of information on YouTube that can be very helpful. I love it. And just keep finding your passion. And if you can't, and if you don't like streaming by yourself, find some people to stream with.
Yeah,
because it can be a big help.
I've told people that are, thinking about having a channel, like, dude, make the channel and I'll have you on a live stream on my channel. And if you get like 2 subs for me, then awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But like, come on, like, it might as well come on my channel. And like, if a couple people see you and are like, oh yeah, I'll subscribe to that guy, then there you go.
Yeah, if you want to collaborate with somebody, all you got to do is ask. Don't be afraid to ask.
And this is I'm willing to bet this is probably the best community in the world to be a new content creator in.
Definitely.
You can ask any one of us, anyone that you saw on the stream tonight. You can ask them like, "Hey, how do I upload a video to YouTube?" And they'll be like, "Oh, we'll all be more than willing to help you with that.
Yep.
Yeah. Or hey,
So-
can you come on my show sometime and stream with me?
Yep.
I did that with Stone Loki and Coach,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it was great.
No,
And one day I will have that man on.
Yeah.
I was going to ask Coach to come on the Phantom Hooligans when it's all set up, but he's too good enough. He's too good enough for that. I'm just kidding.
Just
I already know that.
Just get Coach some coffee. He'll be fine.
Adega, if you ever need any voiceover work for any of your narration, let me know.
No, I one thing also, just have fun too. Like, we like to joke around and make fun of each other a little bit, but it's just have fun with streaming and stuff. You just, once you make it like a job, or you're upset. A lot of people quit Twitch and quit YouTube. Nobody wants to watch me. I can't get my content. It's like, well, what are you doing? Are you promoting your stuff? How are you going about your chat? Do you care about your chat? Like, there's a lot of things to pay attention to.
Yeah.
It's just,
Oh yeah.
There's just so many. There's an infinite number of ways to better yourself. There's only one way to go, and that's up.
Yep.
And I think above all, make sure that it comes across as you're passionate.
Yes.
Not
I
that
know
you're
you're
trying
trying
too
to-
hard to get
I'm sorry.
subs and make money. Like, your goal needs to be, I'm having fun. And if people are along for the ride and they enjoy it, awesome.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because if that's your priority, then, I mean, Two Star Wars Nerds is a great example of that.
Yes.
They're having fun because they started their channel as a
Mhm.
way to increase their knowledge of Star Wars, to become more passionate about the Star Wars universe. And they're so wholesome is just infectious.
Yeah. It's
Mhm.
just like you want to just shower them in teddy bears.
Mhm.
What?
Yeah.
Shower
Yeah,
them in teddy bears. That's a
Yeah.
good one.
We'll all
but-
get teddy bears and just
Yes.
throw them at them.
Yeah.
I mean,
All right.
another reason I forgot to mention that I started a YouTube channel, and the reason why I started watching YouTube in general, I really wanted to connect with other fans. Because I growing up, I always felt like I was isolated from fans or from other people that I didn't think anyone else liked the same stuff that I liked. So it's cool seeing, meeting other Star Wars fans, meeting other Star Trek fans and talking Star Trek. It's just like I could talk about that stuff for hours and hours.
Yeah.
And hours.
Yep.
Which
I'll
we
tell
did.
you
We're
what.
2.5 hours now. So
You'll get
Yeah.
your chance because we're
Oh.
continuing this on my channel.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
it's gonna
I'm
get
wired
crazy.
up, baby.
How wired are you,
Well,
dude?
Dude, I'm excited because we're talking Star Wars and sci-fi. I'm always excited for that. Always.
Yeah. And there's a place for it now. This community is so dope because there's
Yes.
some other channels you don't have this kind of community.
No.
And
So
with our community, there's always somebody awake.
Yeah, that's true. Some of us might be zombies.
yeah. Well, anyway, I really, really do appreciate having you guys on
Thank you, brother.
and
Yeah.
hearing your insights as to content creating and YouTubing. And this is a whole lot of fun, and you guys are all welcome on my channel whenever. And
Sweet.
I mean, I say this at almost every video. It feels like we have something really special here.
Yes.
And so,
Oh,
yeah. Anyway, thank you guys all for coming on, and
Thank you.
everyone in the chat.
Thank you, dude.
Thank you
Thank
for
you.
being
Thank
here.
you.
Thank you for being a
Thanks for
viewer.
having us.
Please make sure you guys are in the chat are subscribed to everyone you see on this panel here, because it means a whole lot to them. And if someone can give me a dislike, I would appreciate
Oh.
that. It helps the algorithm.
It helps the algorithm, right?
Yeah, I mean, it likes and dislikes doesn't matter, but like
No.
if there's like a little bit
I
of
love it.
Okay, I gave you the dislike. I
Okay.
unliked it.
watch, everyone's gonna
Dude,
switch
if
their
you
like.
need a guy to give you a dislike, just message Simple Man. He'll hook you up, dude. He's happy to do it anytime.
Awesome, cool. Well, I really appreciate you guys, and I will see you guys wherever I happen to see you next.
Shoot you out, brother. We'll see you on the back tube.
Yes, everyone go over to the back tube. He's doing his
Let's
stream.
go.
I'll probably
Let's
drop a
go.
like and then fall asleep.
Do it.
Yep.
All right. See you, Daryl.
See ya.
Coach, thank you for having you on. Appreciate it. It's always a
Man,
pleasure.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
Yeah.
Let me know
If you're
next
ever
time.
in Tennessee, if you're ever up north here, then let me know.
Oh, I will be.
All
It'll happen.
right. You have a good night.
All right. See you guys.
All right. See you, bro.
Nordporeal, thank
See ya.
you. Cash, thank you guys.
Yep. Thank you again, man.
Absolutely. And everyone in the chat, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys being here. If you've made it all the way to the end of this stream, I really appreciate your time. And this is fun. This is a whole lot of fun. That's the whole reason we're doing it. We've said multiple times tonight, the reason we do it is because it's fun. If you lose sight of that, why? Why do you do it? What's the point? So I'm going to get to sleep. Make sure you guys all head over to VacTube. At least give him a like. And I will see you guys wherever I happen to see you in the galaxy. You guys all have a great night.